1580 KGAL.
Mid-Valley High School baseball is on the air. The following sports broadcast is an exclusive presentation of News Talk 1580 KGAL and is brought to you by Lynn Benton Tractor, Our Honda, Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant, Albany Grocery Outlet, Stavros Auto Centers, Mark Thomas Motors, Burgerville, Now Builders, Northwest Apparel and Embroidery, Wilson Motors, Figaro's Pizza of Albany, Like New Appliance, and by Economy Supply Building Center. Now get ready for Mid-Valley High School baseball with all the action. Here are Radio Ray and Scott Landgren, live on 1580 KGAL.
No, I'm sorry. We're not ready. We're not ready to go. We're still filling in.
No, we're not.
So if you got them at home, smoke them because Scott and I are busy, all right?
We are.
Do something. Go out. It's a beautiful day. Go outside for a couple of minutes and we'll be ready for the ball game today. A good Tuesday afternoon. Wow, a windy Tuesday afternoon.
Yes,
This is going to be a treat today.
Oh, yes.
I think you can hear that wind whistling through here. Actually, it's not whistling, which is a worse sound on the radio. I'm Radio Ray. That's Scott Landgren. We're here this afternoon at Lebanon High School. It's game 2 of a 3-game series between the host today, the Lebanon Warriors, and the visiting team, the West Albany Bulldogs. Game 1 yesterday, won by West Albany. And by the way, we will also carry the third game of the series, which will be Friday. That will be at West Albany High School. Boy, we're already getting some interference here, and I would hope that that will stop quickly, and it may not. Because of the wind, we may have to switch to another medium, namely the phone. We are using the world-famous Marty. And outside, there is an aerial that you set up. It's rather complicated and rather complex to describe. But there is an aerial, as I look through the window of the press box here, which is set up quite high at Lebanon, I can just see the projection of the aerial outside, and it's blowing just a little bit. It is secured by rocks today. We like to use the latest in technological advancements in radio, and I particularly pride myself in that, at being technologically advanced and using many things that other people in the field don't quite understand or recognize. And these are called rocks. They're big things. They're secured to the bottom of the aerial, and in the event that the wind becomes too harsh, that aerial is going to go sideways.
Yeah, it's not going to be a pretty sight, I don't think, Ray.
And it won't be good. But
hopefully your rocks hold strong.
And the wind may be the big thing here that may force us to switch, as I say, to another bit of broadcast material this afternoon. But a good afternoon to you. Both teams on the field here warming up. The game does not have the consequence that I thought when we first did this schedule in the spring. Scott, West Albany is generally vying for a league title. We've seen that for several years in succession. Even if they don't win the league, they're within reach in the last couple of weeks. And Lebanon in the last few years, the same. And Lebanon last year had really an outstanding team. We've mentioned in some of our broadcasts this year that going into the final week of the season, they had a very good chance to become the league champion when they were swept by Dallas, which then won the league championship. And Lebanon finished then in 3rd place in a tie with West Albany. West Albany had won 2 of the 3 meetings, so they also had the tiebreaker. And on that final weekend, Lebanon slipped into 4th place. But they appeared, as you looked at the years in school of the players from last year, they appeared to have a really solid team returning. About 3 or 4 very good players did not come back this year because we assume they probably went out for other spring sports.
Yeah.
We could borrow them this afternoon. They may be right next to us at the track meet here.
That's true.
That is just adjacent to us, and we can see a part of that track if we lean out here from the press box at Lebanon. They've also suffered 3 injuries in the last couple of weeks. And for a team that really did not have that many players on the roster, that really, really has cut down the number of people available, the number of moves that you can make. They're all position players. I don't know that any of them pitched, which is one break if you're going to have injuries on what is a short roster to begin with. But it certainly is something that has hurt Lebanon additionally this year. We'll take a timeout as Rich Slavensky, the PA announcer, announces the starting lineups. It's better if we take a break. And besides, we still
I say, at least he has the lineups. We only have half of them.
We don't. I don't know whether we'll be able to get them during the break either. But we'll take our first timeout. We'll come back. We're pretty close to game time today. Both managers meeting at home plate. Should be a nice afternoon, except for the wind, and maybe that will die down. Good afternoon for baseball here between the Bulldogs and the Warriors this afternoon on KGAL.
Around here, we take refreshment pretty seriously. How else do you explain the coffee cart in front of the coffee shop next to the other coffee shop? And we all know those mental reboots can cost. But at McDonald's, whether you want a soft drink or a coffee, you can refresh for just $1.
At McDonald's, you can get any size ice-cold soft drink or any size rich premium roast coffee for just $1 every day. It's more value to love.
Perk up for $1? Now that's what I call refreshing.
A la carte only. Price and participation may vary.
Introducing the brand new Premium McWrap from McDonald's. With fresh vegetables and delicious chicken bundled together in a meal-sized wrap. Each bite you take is like no bite you've ever tasted before. Hold the phone. I'm taking another bite. The new Premium McWrap. For just $3.99, it's a whole new way to love McDonald's. Price and participation may vary.
What do you expect to accomplish this year? Whatever the task, it's easier with the top-selling subcompact tractor, the Kubota BX70 from Lynn Benton Tractor. And now during Kubota's Great Expectation sales event, you'll not only get a great deal on the BX70, you can expect great versatility, performance-matched implements, and great value. Raise your expectations with a new Kubota BX70, now with financing as low as 0% APR. There's a BX Series model for you at Lynn Benton Tractor on McLean Street in Silverton or on Highway 99E, Tangent.
At Power Honda's award-winning service department, their award-winning staff is there to provide excellent service in a timely manner. From their famous $15 oil changes to transmission replacements and other large jobs, they are dedicated to maintaining the highest levels of customer service. Every appointment includes a multi-point inspection and a complimentary car wash. Call Power Honda's service department today, 541-928-0122. Power Honda, Highway 20 in Albany, your Honda superstore.
$15 oil changes for non-synthetic oil and Hondas only.
1580 KGAL.
Well, we're still filling in our lineups here today, so if you're listening outside now with your portable, stay out there a little bit longer, as we are just about near game time here. The Warriors in their red home uniforms are on the field about ready to begin. Still a little discussion down there with the officials, the umpires today. I'm sure it's more of just a cordial discussion now. Both managers are well familiar with the fields and the ground rules, etc. As we're about to get our national anthem this afternoon, I think this would afford us one more time to take a break here and come back and be prepared for today's game. Bulldogs and Warriors on KGAL. Back in a moment.
You will always get your money's worth, and the food is fresh, original, and tasty at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Open areas or cozy booths, you'll find Ixtapa's service superb and menu variety most excellent. Visit them for lunch or dinner, where the parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet. Are you part of an office group? Groups of 10 to 25 are always invited, and $3 drink specials are always offered. Enjoy Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant today at 25 North Main in Lebanon.
Have you seen the new steel wall in the Economy Supply Building Center? It's loaded with steel products you can't do without. From chainsaws to trimmers, you'll find a tool that can help you get your work done easier. An example, Economy Supply has the new Steel FS40 CE trimmer. It's lightweight, fuel efficient, and Steel's easy-to-start system makes starting almost effortless. For a limited time, you'll save $30 off the regular price. Your new Mid-Valley home for steel is Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street, Lebanon.
1580 KGAL.
Wow, a full orchestra.
It was.
Recorded for the national anthem today. Pleasant afternoon here. It's nice to see a good turnout on both sides, and you would expect that, the meeting between West and Lebanon. Even though the game does not have the importance that we might have foreseen before the season started, it's always interesting when these two teams get together.
Yeah.
It seems that the most natural rivals in the league, at least for Lebanon South and West, probably West would say South. But I think for Lebanon, it's West Albany.
I would agree. It just seems like over the years in many different sports, whenever Lebanon and West Albany get together, West Albany is a power in a lot of different sports, and it's, there have been pretty good battles recently. Football the last couple of years has been back to West Albany, and when they had their dominant run of titles. But it's always interesting when these two get together. I would agree that if you asked West, it would probably be South because it's the whole city thing. Two schools in the city, but Lebanon, it's close to West Albany, and it's always good battles.
All right, reaching into the old bag of tricks, getting off the glasses, taking off the sunglasses. Won't need those here. Needed them driving up this afternoon. Nice day, but we're in the shade here at the press box.
We are.
And the sunglasses make it a little even. It's great to see the field. I would wear sunglasses for calling the game. Would be terrific. But then you can't look down at your scorecard because everything is dark.
Uh-oh. Not good.
So I'm going to throw the headphones back here.
Look at this. Multitasking here.
Put the glasses on and say we're just about ready, and we'll get some of the other things, the defensive positions, etc., filled in here in the course of the game early as we go. Jacob Rapay again is the starter. I don't know whether they wait until we come to broadcast. I think it's the third time that we've been in Lebanon with various teams visiting that Jacob has been the starting pitcher.
Yeah, it seems like we always get him, and he always does a great job whenever he's out there. So it should be a good pitching matchup, I would think.
He has done a very good job in the games that we've seen so far this year. And the starting pitcher for West will be Crew Clark. Now, we had initially in our planning for the season, we had intended to have a couple of West Albany games already. Unfortunately, each of the games that we were going to broadcast, the first was West and Corvallis, because of rain that was impending. That's hard to understand now. It's been so dry. And it didn't rain, but they thought maybe it would rain on a Friday. The first pitch of the game will miss for ball one to Sawyer Reed. Because they thought maybe it would rain on a Friday when we intended to do the broadcast, they moved it up to Thursday to give themselves an extra chance to get that game in.
Yeah.
Pitch is inside, ball two. And they did. They get the game in. Curse them. So as a result, that we were caught off guard, not able to do that game. And a little later, it was going to be West Albany and Dallas. Pitch is swung on and hit on one hop to the first baseman, who will step on first for the out. And let me see who's playing first. They've had a couple of injuries to first baseman. It's Isaac Garber. I'm trying to think of the names that
now batting center fielder number 5.
Jeff Stolzik told me before the game, and I don't have my lineup in front of me, so I can't tell you offhand, but Lopez and Ryan, I believe, were two. Pitches swung on there as a solid base hit for Castlin, and that would be Jacob.
Yeah, Caston, Jacob Caston. I remember.
Caston?
Yeah.
It's not oh, that's a T in there. I'm looking over at you.
Oh, sorry. Here. Caston, yes.
Okay. Caston.
I wrote it really fast.
Oh, that's actually, it's clearer now that I look at it without the sunglasses.
Oh, well,
Jacob
ends up on second base.
Jacob Caston with a double off the left field line. Boy, one of your dream is to just have everything in hand.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
It's not like a television broadcast where they give you the lineup a long time beforehand. Everybody sits down a half hour and everything's in shape. It's right up to game time here for these things.
It actually wasn't a double. They gave him an error. I thought somebody threw the ball away when I was looking down. So it's a single and an error.
Single and an error, all right. First base, who gets charged with the error? Left fielder? And that would be
well, Riley Wessel.
Oh, Riley Wessel, left field. Pitch is swung on, grounded slowly towards the shortstop, who will pick it up, throw to first just in time, gets the out. A nice job by Jacob Caston. Jacob on his way to third on a slow grounder to the shortstop. Stepped over the ball. I mean, he waited till the last second. He was lucky the ball didn't come up and hit him, but he managed to really slow down the focus of the shortstop, who had to wait for the last minute to pick the ball up and go to first. I thought maybe because Jacob was so close to that ball when that ball was getting into the glove of the shortstop, Dylan Williams, I thought maybe he might go to third, but he went to first for the out. First pitch will be a ball, and this will be Jackson Soto. That was Kettleson,
yeah.
Oh, that's Kettleson. That's with an L. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, let me grab that.
There you go.
Let me grab that lineup card. Pitch is swung on and missed by Jackson. Jackson Soto, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 gone, runner at third. Jacob Caston able to take third. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count to the cleanup hitter, Jackson Soto. We were saying it seems like Jackson has been redshirting for 42 years.
Yep.
Swung on and missed, strike 2.
Well, he hasn't been redshirting. He's been playing every year. It seems like he just has been here forever.
Yeah.
And I think it's because a lot of players at West, they play multiple sports, so we get to see him throughout the whole year instead of just playing one sport where we only see him once a year. Well, we see him for football and basketball and baseball. So
yeah, redshirt would not be the proper phrase because he's been playing all the time.
Yes.
But it seems like he's been around. Pitches, misses, ball 2. And as you say, because he plays multiple sports, we see him when we do football, when we do basketball, when we do baseball. Just seems like he should be 97 years old.
And when we were looking at the lineup card, he just has the last names written down. I was like, Soto, well, it could be Jackson, but he can't still be there. Maybe it's his brother or something. Nope, it's still Jackson.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Jacob Rapay trying to get out of the inning without a run. That runner leads from third. That's Jacob Caston. The pitch is swung on. That's going to be trouble as it hits. No, it's not. It'll be carried into the glove of the left fielder. I thought that might have enough of a line to it to drop in front of the left fielder, Riley Wetzel, but it does not. It's right into the glove, as a matter of fact, of Riley. Didn't have to move. Final out recorded. And Jacob Rapay gets out of the first without a run. There is a base hit. There's an error. There's 1 left. Half inning done today. The Warriors coming to bat. Always an interesting battle. Warriors and Bulldogs today on KGAL.
Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market has bargain prices now on 8-pound bags of navel oranges, just $3.99. You save $2. Save up to $1 on pineapples, just $1.99. And save up to $2 on Mike's Lemonade 12-pack party kit, just $14.99. Hurry, specials good while supplies last. Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Across from the Heritage Mall with bargains on the brands you trust.
Serving Albany and the Willamette Valley for 37 years. Hi, this is Dean Stavros for Stavros Auto Services. The Auto Doctors is the mechanic side of our business and will give you a written lifetime warranty on all work they perform. Jason and I are proud of Jeff, our service manager, and his trained mechanical technicians. Brakes, tune-ups, or any other maintenance your auto may need, Jeff and his team are ready to help. Stavros Auto Services. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got our name on it. Find us at packautobody.com.
1580 KGAL.
I keep smoking if you got them at home because
you're still filling them in.
Still, you know, I like the high school format of 7 innings. It's kind of nice to get into the baseball and running things in the spring, and plus games like the one you did a couple of weeks ago where somebody's scoring 22 runs.
Oh man,
7 innings is sufficient. But in this case, we didn't have a lot of time to write in the names of players, etc. I may not have this roster done until the 7th inning.
Well, you know, better late than never, I guess.
I would, you know, this I think is an excellent slogan for the day.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem that windy right now, and I'm not sure why. I'm looking at our aerial out there, and I don't see it moving. Well, it is maybe wavering just a little bit in the wind.
We don't want it to move much, do we?
No, we don't want the bottom part to move. As long as it's not accompanied by a scream.
That's true.
It won't be too bad. Here's the first pitch of the bottom of the first. We are scoreless. The pitch will be a 1-hopper to the shortstop, Sawyer Reed, who will throw out the leadoff batter, Kyle Christensen, and 1 gone on 1 pitch for the starting pitcher, Crew Clark, right-handed pitcher for West Albany.
Now batting second baseman, number 3.
Another name I remember from throughout the years again with West Albany, Crew Clark.
You know, I had one player's name written in defensively, and that was Sawyer Reed, the shortstop.
Well, that's good.
So please, maybe I should pick another one here. Just write it down and see if we can get that. First pitch will be outside to Chance DeWitt, second baseman, right-handed hitter for Lebanon. Bottom of the first, scoreless.
Oh, Joe Miller's at first base if you want to write in that one.
How about the second baseman?
Second baseman was Kettleson.
Kettleson, I'm going to choose him. Here's a bunt foul at home plate, a strike to a Chance. The lineup, by the way, Kyle Christensen, the center fielder, led off. He hit that one hopper to short. Chance to Wood is the second baseman, hitting second. Luke Rapay, the catcher, batting third. Riley Wessel will be the cleanup hitter for Lebanon. He plays left field. Jared Marshall, third baseman, hitting fifth. Crew Clark will be into the windup, and a 1-1 pitch is popped foul back towards the track. Some high jumpers may not be jumping too high. They may be jumping out of the way, but that's dangerous because they are facing the other direction when they jump, the other direction away from the ball field. That ball could come right over and pop somebody just as they're about to jump. Pitch is swung on and missed, strike three. So 2 consecutive putouts for Crew Clark. And Chance DeWitt is gone. Here's Luke Rapay. Luke Rapay, a first-team catcher all league last year, and I would think from what we have seen so far this year, of course, we don't see the whole league. And we only see them, each of the teams, just a few times. And we do cover the 5A teams. Pitches outside ball one to Luke, right-handed hitter. But I would think he has certainly a good shot at being the first-team catcher. What intrigues me is there are never any stats available for these players, and that's another one of the tough things of the broadcast. I couldn't tell you if he's hitting 600 or 100 pitches fouled away.
Something tells me he's not hitting 100, Ray.
Very likely 600. But still, when you look at last year and see that he was chosen first team, where did someone get the stats? I mean, we never see them.
It's a good question.
As far as we know, there are no stats available. And I wonder whether they do have pitches outside framed by the catcher, Pines, who is not hitting today for Albany. What's his first name? Do you know?
Alex.
Alex Pines. Catcher for Crew Clark. The pitch is inside to Luke. So 3 balls, 1 strike to Luke. Crew Clark obviously wants to be very careful here with Luke Rapay. Riley Wessel, the left fielder, would be on deck. Right-hander Clark will throw, and it's swung on and hit up the middle. Diving stop by Reed. Gets up, tries to make the throw, bobbles the ball, throws to first, and it'll not be in time. Nice stop by Sawyer. But when he got up, he lost the ball from his glove. He might have made a spectacular play to throw out Luke Rapay. But instead, it will be a base hit on a tough play for the shortstop, Sawyer Reed.
Well, just the fact that he was able to range over and field it was something, let alone if he was able to throw him out. So, good play out there at shortstop by Sawyer Reed.
So Luke Rapay stands on first as Riley Wessel steps into the batter's box for Lebanon. I don't think they would send Luke.
I don't either.
An outstanding player, but not the great speed.
He's got catcher
pitch
speed.
Is swung on and a chopper over the head of the third baseman to the left field. It'll be a base hit. That was a fortuitous chop for Riley. He hit that ball smack into the ground, and I mean, it took one high hop over the head of the third baseman, Jackson Soto. It'll be a base hit, and Lebanon has a chance maybe to get the first run of the game. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Jared Marshall will step in, playing third base today for Lebanon, and a right-handed hitter. Runners at first and second. Third baseman this afternoon, Jared Marshall, takes a strike.
Good looking pitch there by Crew.
West is probably going to be the final team of the first division. What would the first division be now with 7 teams? Is 3.5 teams?
Yeah, you got a half team in
the first division.
I don't know.
Still 4 teams? We count. There's only 7 teams now.
I would still say it's 4 because of who those 4 are at the top: Corvallis, Crescent Valley, Dallas, and West.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say Lebanon is in the lower group, like such as South Albany and Silverton, but they're in the middle group. But there is no middle group right now. It's because there's 4 really good teams, well, 3 really good teams. The West is right up there, and then Lebanon's kind of in the middle, and then there's 2 teams that have been struggling throughout the year. So I would say the top 4.
Second pitch to Jared bounced in the dirt, and the catcher went out for a talk with Crew Clark, the catcher being Pines, Alex Pines. Talk things over. It's a 1-1 count. Runners lead from first and second. Scoreless in the bottom of the first. 2 outs. Let's see if Jared Marshall delivers. Swings and he hits this one. Diving, stopped by Jackson Soto, and he grabs it just before that ball hits the ground, and the batter is out. Jared Marshall, a line drive. He almost hit Luke Rapay. Luke did the same thing the base runner did Caston in the first inning, and that is stand there just long enough to try to block the vision of the shortstop Sawyer Reed. But Reed then made a diving catch. He almost made that great play to his left earlier. That was a great diving catch to his right for the final out of the inning. And Lebanon is scoreless in the bottom of the first. No runs, couple of hits, 2 left, 1 done, scoreless. Bulldogs, Warriors this afternoon on KGAL.
If your washer, dryer, stove, or fridge are stone cold dead, then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 541, 259 at 1131, of course. You see, Like New Appliance is the Mid-Valley's premier recycler, creating like new appliances from your abandoned, lifeless metal rejects. Do your recycling part. Ask for a free discarded appliance pickup today by calling 259 at 1131. That's 541, 259 at 1131 for Like New Appliance.
When it comes to the most experience, best warranty, best fuel economy, and best service, Mark Thomas Motors is the best. The last standing, locally 4th-generation family-owned new car dealer in Albany, with 3 locations featuring GMC Buick, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and Hyundai's North American Car of the Year, Elantra, and a new Veloster in Sonata. Support your community by buying your new or certified pre-owned car or truck now at Mark Thomas Motors, Sandy M Highway in Albany. Shop online at markthomasmotors.com.
Mark Thomas Motors, buy more. 1580 KGAL.
All right, then. Still smoke them. You got them.
Oh, boy.
They're still
second inning.
Still getting stuff in shape here. And the first pitch of the top of the second will be a ball to the leadoff hitter. That will be the pitcher. Crew Clark steps in. For West had a runner reach third in the first inning. He pitches a high fly ball to center. Coming on is Kyle Christensen, and he grabs it on a nice slide. No, the umpire says no.
It didn't look like it. It looked like it bounced first.
Kyle Christensen holds his arms up like, what? It's in the glove. But the home plate umpire is the one I saw running out. I'm not sure how he could see that clearly. It was a fly ball that was dying, and Christensen made a nice slide and tried to underhand the ball with that underhanded catch in the glove close to the ground.
No matter if he caught it or not, he sold it like he did, which is, the most important thing.
Well, it depends.
Well, it didn't go his way there.
Be those that would say if he didn't catch it,
well,
admit it. Pitch is swung on a high fly ball towards left, and this one dying, but coming on and making a one-handed catch without going all the way down to the grass is Riley Wessel. 1 out, Taylor Frost on one pitch. It was a soft pop.
Have you ever seen an outfielder who knew he didn't catch it say, "Oh, I didn't catch that. Here, take the hit"?
Well, perhaps we should invite a new era in sports in which that is done.
Well, good luck with that.
Unless it's the Red Sox, in which they are entitled to.
Okay.
If they think they caught it,
I see it.
Glove.
I see where your true colors lie.
It was a nice sliding effort, though, by Kyle Christensen. He made the perfect attempt, perfect body position in sliding forward and putting that glove down and under it, try to trap that ball as it got to the ground. I shouldn't say trap, because that's what he did. He was trying to catch it, but it's a base hit for Crew Clark. So 1 out, ball 1, the count to Tanner Whitley. Right fielder this afternoon, right-handed hitter. There goes the runner from first, and it's a hit and run and a line shot foul down left field by Tanner Whitley, a ball and a strike.
That's a good thing that was foul, because that probably would have scored the run. Runner was going with the pitch there.
If that had been fair, that would have been into the corner down there left field. There was a long area down there.
Left fielder and the third baseman are both playing more in right now.
Logan Nichols, who is the DH today for Alex Pines, who is the catcher, will be next for West. Throw to first and runner is back, so they want to hold him there. Crew Clark is the pitcher. Sometimes wonder if you want to send your pitcher on a hit and run because you tire him out in the second inning. Pitches a ball, low and outside to Tanner. Tanner Whitley, Logan Nichols would be next, the DH, and then finally Joe Miller, the first baseman, would fill out the lineup today for the West Albany Bulldogs, who will finish 4th in the league. We'll explain in the course of the game. There's a great battle for first place, Dallas, Corvallis, and Crescent Valley. There goes the runner again, the hit and run, and this time it's fouled away out towards the track, and any runners over there, this one, well, they're well out of the way of that foul ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. West has only 5 losses on the year, 8 wins. That's because Woodburn is an independent team.
And they've yet to play Woodburn.
And they will play Woodburn next week, which does not count as a series. So everyone else has played one series less than West has. They've played 13 games. High fly ball to left. That's going to be trouble if it's fair. It may stay. It is down the line. It stays fair just inside. A run will score. Crew Clark is coming around to score.
Play.
Throw home, and he is safe at the plate. A good relay home. On the throw-in, Riley Wessel to Jared Marshall, and on to the catcher, Luke Rapay, who applied the tag, and it was closer than I thought.
Yeah.
Coming home. Good hustle by Riley Wessel, because that was down the line. It dropped just inside the foul line. Did not roll particularly foul or distant into the foul territory. But still a tough run for Riley, and a good relay, Wessel to Marshall home.
That was a towering fly ball. It seemed like it was in the air forever. And it finally plopped down. Like you said, it was a closer relay than I thought it was going to be.
But it'll be a double for Tanner Whitley and a run batted in. It's 1-0 West, as Crew Clark did come home to score safely. As Jacob Rapay will throw a strike to Logan Nichols. Nice breaking ball. Good defensive play by the Warriors, as good as they could do it. Come close to getting Clark, but he slid under the tag. So 1-0 West, as Jacob Rapay stares back at the runner at second. Pitch is swung on, hit towards the third baseman. Marshall will look the runner back to second, throw to first for the out, and the throw to second, and the runner is back in and throw a little off target that would have been able to tag him. Whitley back safely. So the put out 5-3 is Jared Marshall. Handles a hot shot to third.
Now batting first baseman number
2 outs. Here's Joe Miller, the first baseman, and the number 9 hitter in the order for West. Jacob again will check the runner at second and throw, and it's a high pop-up. Who will call for it as the second baseman falls down, and it falls in. It's a base hit in front of the right fielder, and scoring on the play, and that's too bad. I don't know if the second baseman, I'm going to stare again here to see.
DeWitt.
That's Chance DeWitt. Chance DeWitt was maybe too far to even make the catch, but he stumbled on the infield, and the right fielder, who is Skylar Garber, was just a little bit short of the ball, and it drops in for a base hit. So a good fortune blooper to right for Joe Miller will get a run batted in. Scoring from second is Tanner Whitley, and West jumps out to a 2-0 lead. And it was good fortune on that fly ball that they got the base hit and the run batted in. And the leadoff hitter, Sawyer Reed, is hit by a pitch. Grounded out his first time up. Hit by a pitch here in the second. 2-0 West, and the inning's still alive with a runner at first. 2 outs.
And second.
And second.
Joe Miller's at second.
And
second. That blue pit there.
Here's Jacob Caston. And Rapay now checking the runner at second, and the pitch is swung on and fouled back by Jacob. He singled in the first inning down the left field line, and then an errant throw by Riley Wessel in left put him at second. He went to third on a ground out, but Jacob Rapay was able to get the final out of the inning without any run scoring. But it's 2-0 here with 2 on and 2 outs, and 0-1 to Jacob Caston. And Rapay misses. Andrew Kettleson. Those names are going to drive me broadcast bonkers. Caston and Kettleson. For some reason, looking over to your lineup card from which I was filling it in, they just look like the same person somehow, because we only had the last names to start with.
Right.
And when you look at that quickly, it looks like it's the same name written twice.
Well, you know, those K last names, we don't see too many of them, and there's 2 back-to-back, and like you said, they're pretty similar. Caston, Kettleson.
At home, they're saying it's not even close.
Well, you know.
You'd have to look across at a scorecard and see that they're one under the other, and there's no first name.
And I wrote them quickly, so, I mean, it wasn't exactly, you know.
Absolutely.
I didn't win the Pitts Penmanship Award today.
No, the pitch is outside.
That's okay.
The winner of the Pitts Penmanship Award, the coveted PPA, will be Jeff Stolzik today. And it's not because of sloppiness on the part of Don Reed, who is very careful with the printing. In fact, maybe, well, I think it's a tie between the two. But Don Reed committed one of the cardinal manager errors. Pitch misses. Ball 3. and that is he did not put in the first name.
Yep.
And that creates great difficulty. And do that and you will never win a PPA.
That's right.
The Pitts Penmanship Award. Well, there's the official roster of pitches. Ball 4. Rich Slavinsky holds up the official Bulldog roster. Should I need a first name? Thank you, Rich. Base on balls for Jacob Caston, and he will walk to load the bases. So with 2 outs, 1 run home, a little blooper by Joe Miller that looked like it might be caught by either the second baseman or right fielder. Either DeWitt or Garber for Lebanon fell in for a base hit, scored a run, then a hit batsman and a walk loads the bases, and there's trouble now as Andrew Kettleson steps in, and he takes a strike, reaching the outside corner, 0-1. He grounded out his first time up.
Sometimes the smallest thing like that could open up a can of worms. Hopefully for the Warriors it doesn't here.
Pitch, pop-up. Could that one be trouble? Doesn't look like it. That's going to be far enough for Skylar Garber really to make just a couple of steps to his left and put it away for the final out of the second inning. So at least the Jacob Rapay shuts down the West with just the 2 runs. It could have been far worse if he could have been up a base hit there with 2 outs. But a couple of runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. Bases are left loaded in the second for West. An inning and a half done today. It's 2-0 West. Bulldogs Warriors continues on KGAL.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating over 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all-natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese, fresh slice of tomato on a toasted hoagie roll, complemented with a seasoned tradition chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville is celebrating over 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Albany Burgerville. Fresh, local, sustainable.
The mission of this quality Mid-Valley builder is treat every job like it's our only job, no matter how big or small. And we don't stop until our customer is 100% satisfied 100% of the time. Now Builders has stuck to this business plan since their beginning in 1992. They welcome commercial and residential jobs, big or small, it doesn't matter at Now Builders. See their list of referrals online at nowbuilders.com or call 541-926-2858.
1580 KGAL.
Boy, I hate to promote smoking, but if you got them, keep smoking. I'm still trying to get the West Albany players written in here. And here goes the name of Jackson Soto, who will be their third baseman. And their outfield, Tanner Whitley in right. Da-da-da-da-da-da. And in left fielder will be Taylor Frost. As Crew Clark throws his first pitch in the bottom of the second inning and will throw a strike to Jacob Rapay. In center field for West, that would be, of course, Jacob Caston. Bada bing. Bada broadcast bing. Pitch will miss, ball 1. And the first baseman today is Joe Miller. Oh, 1 player away from a complete lineup. And that will be, what is that, Alex Pines?
Yeah.
Alex Pines. And there it is. All right, here's the pitch from Rapay, and that will be a strike. So leading off here in the bottom of the second for Lebanon, down 2-0 is Jacob Rapay. With a 1-2 count against him, Dylan Williams, Skylar Garber to follow. As Crew Clark throws, and it's hit right back to him on a hop. Turns easily, throws to first, and Jacob is the first out in the bottom of the second inning. 1-3 on the put out, and Dylan Williams, the shortstop, will step in. He is hitting number 7 in the order for Lebanon today, and he will be followed by the Garber brothers. Skylar Garber, the right fielder, hitting 8th, and Isaac Garber, the first baseman, hitting 9th. Haven't seen Isaac Garber yet, but they had a couple of injuries to their first baseman. Pitch will miss, ball 1 to Dylan. Lopez and Ryan, I believe, are the last names. And it's difficult to get rosters out and set them down because there's not a lot of space and there's a lot of wind today. Pitch will miss, ball 2. But they were 2 of the names mentioned by Jeff Stolzig as being injured in both first basemen. Swung on and missed. That could be why we see Isaac Garber as the first baseman today. We had not seen him in our 2 previous visits here to Lebanon High School. Nice afternoon. People in shorts, maybe a little chilly with the wind still. Swung on a missed. Big cut. Might have heard the pop into the glove of Alex Pines.
Come on, Dylan.
Crew Clark has a sign and will throw, and is just foul tipped, maybe off the mask. The catcher Alex Pines, or just off his glove, but bounces away. Strike 2. West has lost 5 games on the year. They are 8-5. Or are they? No, are they? Let me get this out here. I can't again. There's no.
I got it.
Have you got it right there? You got a little more room there.
Yeah.
Than I have.
They are 11-5.
11-5 because they played that extra series. And the Warriors have played. They've played 16 games, fouled away. The Warriors have played 13 games, but they've already lost 8. So there really is no way that are they 5-8?
Yeah, they're 5-8.
5-8, and West at 11-5. So there's no way the Warriors can catch West now. Pitch, breaking ball, but breaks too high, and it's ball 3 and a full count to Dylan Williams. 1 out, bottom of the second, 2-0 West. But West will be the 4th place club. They cannot catch the first 3 teams in the league. The pitch is a high pop foul. Well, let's see. There may be. See if I can find this thing here, so I can have it in front of me. There. Oh dear. I put my elbows off of the roster, which then blew away here.
I was going to ask if you wanted to borrow this clipboard here, so
there
you can, clip some stuff together.
Clipboard, is that what they call that thing?
Yeah,
I should get one of those.
You should.
How do you spell it? K-L-I-P?
I could give you mine. I could use this if you want to use it.
B-O-R-E-D, clipboard.
Clipboard.
Where would you find that, like in Rite Aid? Do they have like will the sign in the aisle say clipboard?
Rite Aid, probably. I don't know.
Yeah. Here is the pitch that will be outside, and Dylan Williams took a look at the ump there just to make sure. And maybe a little bit of a hesitation, but called ball 4, and Dylan is on first. So 1 on, 1 out, Skylar Garber.
Skylar Garber.
With West Albany at 11-5, they could still catch a couple of teams above them. There are enough. We'll see what happens today. But it was quite a development last week in the first 3 teams in the league. We'll see if we can fit that in here in between pitches. Skylar Garber is the hitter, the right fielder, who will swing and miss. Strike 1. We carried the game between Corvallis and Dallas last week. Dallas had won the first game of that series. Corvallis won the second, putting them back within a game of first from Dallas. And then on Friday, up in Dallas, I believe it was a 3-2 score, a close game. Corvallis won again. Throw to first, runner is back.
They did.
And so that put them into a tie for first place. And as we had said, Crescent Valley, which was even with Corvallis after the game we broadcast last week, that Crescent Valley would beat South. South is just having a tough year. And they did. They won their games. Was it South or Silverton they faced last week? Was it
Crescent
South?
Valley, it was South.
South.
Because Corvallis is facing them this week, and Dallas facing them next week.
0-1, and the pitch is a high pop-up. Will it be playable for Alex Pines? It's not. It's back over the fence and closer to us. So the count to Skylar Garber is 0-2. But Crescent Valley did sweep South. South has been giving up a lot of runs and having a tough time this year.
Yeah.
And with the sweep, it meant that Crescent Valley and Corvallis and Dallas were all tied for first when the week was done. And then yesterday, Crescent Valley and Dallas met, and Crescent Valley won 3-2. The pitch swung on and grounded. It's going to be a tough play for the shortstop. Sawyer Reed backhanded, makes the long throw to first, and he got him. Nice play. Sawyer had to backhand that ball, and it was not quickly hit. Had to do it quickly, turn, throw, made a perfect throw to first to get Skylar Garber. Moving to second, though, on the play is Dylan Williams, so he's in scoring position with 2 outs for the brother, Isaac Garber, first baseman, the younger brother. So surprisingly, Dallas, which had been playing extremely well and was the second-ranked team in the state, They have suddenly dropped 3 straight games. 2 to Corvallis to finish that series last week, and then 1 to Crescent Valley. Swung on, and there's a grounder. Tough play for the second baseman who scoops it up. Andrew Kettleson throws to first, and he gets him for the out. Kettleson had to go to his left for that ball. It looked like it was going to escape into the outfield, but he made a stab at the last second to grab it. On the run, throws to first. Nice play, good range by Andrew Kettleson to throw out Isaac Garber, and the inning is done. Warriors have a walk. They leave a runner at second, 1 left. 2 innings done, 2-0 West as we continue today on KGAL.
Wilson Motors in Corvallis is showcasing the arrival of the new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the 2014 Jeep Patriot, and the 2013 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, the Ram 1500. Wilson Motors is where you'll find this area's best selection, best prices, and happy customers. Come see the notable difference during the showcase event going on now at Wilson Motors. Make your best deal today at Wilson Motors Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis, and online at saveatwilson.com.
Eye-popping graphics on premium fabrics. That's what you'll wear from Northwest Apparel and Graphics. Businesses like Albany's Furniture and Beds, Buckmaster Plumbing, and Rhodes Warden have trusted Northwest Apparel and Graphics for their new appearance. Now you can too, and for a lot less than you'd expect. From vinyl signs and proverbs to screen printing and custom embroidery, Northwest Apparel and Graphics can do it all. No minimum orders for home or business. Look for their new showroom just south of the Kuhn Theater on South Main Street. Northwest Apparel and Graphics.
1580 KGAL.
Wow. You're really going to have bad lungs when this thing is done. I hate to say it, but keep smoking. I'm still filling in the Lebanon lineup. Here's Crew Clark with his first pitch in the top of the third. He has a 2-0 lead, and he'll throw ball 1 to the leadoff hitter, Jackson Soto. 0 for 1 on the day. And where they a chance to win. I'm getting so close. Get ready to extinguish those terrible things that you have in your hand, helping us kill time. Pitch misses, ball. And the catcher, of course, is Luke Rapay, and there it is. Both sides filled in. Everything is done. Extinguished there. Shouldn't have been smoking anyway. It's bad for you. We do appreciate you doing that. Let us kill a little time here to get all the lineups in. The pitch is strike called. 2 balls and a strike. Jackson Soto, cleanup hitter for West, followed by Crew Clark, the pitcher, and Taylor Frost, the left fielder. 4, 5, 6 in the order for West. Here in the top of the third, 2-0 lead, 2 runs in the last inning, but Jacob Rapay did strand 3 runners with 2 outs. Sorry for the way it's breaking up today. It doesn't appear that the aerial is moving that much, and the wind is rather mild for the most part, but keep getting that little bit of interference. 3 balls and a strike. Leadoff hitter Jackson Soto. Be a dangerous man to put on first to lead off. Pitches high, ball 4, but Jacob does so with a walk. Second walk of the afternoon given up by Jacob, and the hitter will be Crew Clark. He singled to lead off the second. It was he who scored the first of the 2 runs in the second inning. A close play on a relay by the Warriors. Riley Wessel, Jared Marshall, the catcher Luke Rapay almost caught him. Coming around from first base on a double by Tanner Whitley. First pitch will miss, ball 1, and Luke will go out and try to calm down his brother Jacob.
He's not been in the strike zone. He's thrown 6 pitches. Only 1 was a strike.
Couple of great defensive plays I would point out on my part today. I've caught a couple of things that have blown right back at me.
Well, that's good.
But I haven't panicked. I just reached up, made a fine catch. And if I don't catch it, they're going downstairs. They're going to fly beyond me. They'll be down the stairway.
That's right.
I don't think they'll be retrieved for the afternoon. A ball and no strikes. Soto leads at first, does not go, and the pitch misses, ball 2.
This is probably the windiest it's been since we did that playoff game from Thurston, from the dugout, on top of the dugout.
How well I remember that one, yeah.
That was a struggle. Probably the windiest day it's been doing a game since then anyways.
At least for us, coming into the press box. Pitch misses, ball 3, and Jackson does not go. I rather thought that they might be sending Jackson Soto from first, but there's no need to, as Jacob has been out of the strike zone here and has a 3-0 count to Crew Clark.
Right, until he can prove he can throw a strike like that one, you know, don't waste an out.
Well, he did it there. 3-1. with Crew Clark on first. He took off a couple of times on a hit and run.
They might go here.
Would they do it with Jackson? There he goes on the 3-1 pitch. It's a strike called. Throw down to second will be just a little bit wide on the shortstop side of second, and not able to get Jackson Soto, who does steal second base. The count goes full to 3-2 to Crew Clark.
Good jump.
Well, they took their sweet time about sending him. I thought maybe they would send him quickly. They waited to see if Jacob could find the strike zone. 3-2 pitch. Pop foul behind us.
Everyone's screaming heads up.
See, by the time they screamed, I'm sure that ball was already on the ground.
Oh, you know.
I think it was a little late if somebody was in danger.
They're still trying to help out any way they can.
Again, a 3-2 pitch to Crew Clark. Runner is Soto on second. And he will step out. Nobody out, 2-0 West. What was the final score yesterday here was 7-0. West in a shutout over Lebanon yesterday afternoon. Pitch is fouled away. The count remains 3-2. So West could move up in the league if they could sweep this week. All the other teams do have tough schedules because they're meeting each other. Dallas, Crescent Valley, and Corvallis is done with Dallas, but Corvallis will play Crescent Valley next week, and that'll be a tough series. High fly ball. The pitcher, Rapay, will call for it, and he makes the grab for the out. So he comes back to get to Crew Clark. A good job. Jackson Soto, though, stealing second in between all those pitches. So with one out, the batter will be Taylor Frost.
Now batting the left fielder.
And to go back to that thought about the top three teams, Crescent Valley has the toughest remaining schedule because they're playing Dallas this week, and then they have Corvallis next week. It could be a big showdown.
And that pitch is a strike.
Both Dallas, they get to play South Albany next week, which is an easier task, and that's who Corvallis is playing this week. So they get that 3 games that they're probably most likely going to win. So those two teams are sitting a little better right now.
Pitch is a line shot just outside of third. It'll be a base hit, and Jackson Soto with the speed. He will come home. Bobbled in left field by Riley Wessel, and on his way to second will be Taylor Frost. He gets a run batted in because that run was going to score on the base hit, but he will go down to second with an error, second error to the outfielder Riley Wessel today. Allows Taylor Frost to reach second with one out, so he is in scoring position, and the score is 3-0 West. Yeah, Crescent Valley, with that win yesterday, moved a game ahead of Dallas, but still it's going to be tough.
Yeah, well,
for them to maintain first place.
Right, because they still got 5 games left.
Line drive towards the center fielder. Christensen takes a couple of steps to his left, grabs it for the out, throws it in quickly, and there will be 2 outs. Ball missed. The cutoff man now gets away from the third baseman. But backing up nicely at third base. Good job by Jacob Rapay. In case that throw was going to come to third, which it did, errantly, Jacob was backing up, and it winds up, instead of going to Dylan Williams or Jared Marshall, it winds up in the glove of Jacob Rapay, but no advance from second base by Taylor Frost, so 2 outs.
Every one of Crescent Valley's remaining games is going to be pressure-filled, if you want to look at it that way.
Logan Nichols will take a ball outside. Crescent Valley does have South this week, so certainly one would think that they'll get the 2 wins and be in first place no matter what happens at the end of the week, but then they will play Crescent Valley. Crescent Valley hopes to maintain that tie. Line drive right at the shortstop, Dylan Williams, who bends, almost goes down to one knee to make the catch right around to the knees. A line shot, so a line drive to center will hit to Kyle Christensen, and a line shot to the shortstop, Dylan Williams, but the inning is over. West does get a run on a walk and a base hit. They leave one. 2.5 done. West extends their lead. 3-0. West Albany leading the Warriors today on KGAL.
Figaro's Pizza in Albany is celebrating spring with a large Mexican Fiesta Supreme. Now just $14.99, $15.99 baked. Smothered with beef, olives, onions, taco chips, and diced tomatoes. Laid over their picante bean sauce. Served with sour cream and jalapenos on the side. The Mexican Fiesta Supreme on sale now at the Albany Figaro's in front of Fred Meyer. Call 541-924-9303.
This is Rich Abers, Service Manager at Power Buick GMC, and I'm here to tell you that not only is Power Buick GMC the #1 local dealership to purchase a new or used vehicle, we are your General Motors service headquarters. Our GM-trained and ASE-certified technicians service Buick, Cadillac, Chevrolet, GMC, Hummer, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, and Saturn vehicles. In or out of warranty. Extended warranties, no problem. Cars not GM built, no problem.
Call Power today at 541-757-1415 on the corner of 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis.
1580 KGAL.
That's the place. Locally owned and operated, and proud to be local, and pleased that you join us this afternoon for some high school baseball. That was a gust of wind. It is the wind shaking our aerial that is creating that interference today. But the aerial is still standing. We are pleased with that.
Yeah, very.
It's being held up by bungee cords and rocks at the bottom. Pitch is fouled off to the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third.
I called you MacGyver earlier, and I really meant it. It's bungee cord and rocks. That's what's holding our broadcast together right now.
Well, as I say, you go for things like clipboards and such.
Yeah.
I like to be a little more innovative.
That's it.
For the Warriors, that pitch will be high and well over the head of the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third inning. And that is back to the top of the order in Kyle Christensen. So 1, 2, 3 in the order for Lebanon here. Kyle Christensen, chance to win, and Luke Rapay as Crew Clark throws, and it swung on and I believe missed, and maybe got a little piece of it because it winds up in the dirt at home plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Kyle grounded out his first time up, grounded to the shortstop, Sawyer Reed. 3-0 West. Winning the first game of the series yesterday. Pitches outside. Ball 2. Next week should be an interesting matchup. It will be intriguing to see what happens in the next 2 days with Corvallis and South, likely to sweep South, and what happens between Crescent Valley and Dallas. Swung on and missed on a high pitch. Strikes out. Kyle should not have gone for that one. A high fastball. Unable to get the bat up high enough to catch up, and it's a strikeout for Crew Clark. His second of the game. He has walked the batter. It will be interesting to see where the teams stand at the end of the week, particularly with the Dallas Crescent Valley matchup. Pitch swung on and missed. And what that means then to Corvallis in particular next week. He should be in first place regardless.
Yeah. And it sure would be nice if somehow Friday... Oh, what time is that game on Friday? Do you know? Is it a night game since it's at Goss?
No. I know it's scheduled for the afternoon,
okay.
Whether it's still a 4:30 start.
Well, Friday afternoon, it would be nice if we were there to determine a league championship between Corvallis and Crescent Valley.
Next Tuesday, we will broadcast from Corvallis the first game of that 3-game series. The middle one is at Crescent Valley. They don't have a press box.
They should build one. I mean, we would do games there.
And the final game is at Goss Stadium, so we will be there for 2 games next week, Tuesday and Friday, between CV and Corvallis. Pitches high. The ball, the chance to whip. 1 ball, 1 strike. And hopefully will be an intriguing finish. It would be nice to see Crescent Valley beat Dallas. That's going to be tough to sweep a series against them. Pitch is swung on ground ball. Couple of hops to Sawyer Reed. Picks it up, throws to first, and gets him for the out. Almost came up on Sawyer. Maybe bobbled it just slightly, but has a good arm and throws out chance to whip. 2 gone.
Be very interesting. The good thing for Crescent Valley is they do have they had the 2 home games this week, so they already took care of 1. Today's game is at Dallas, and so I feel like Crescent Valley has to think they're in good shape if they can win the series. Like I said, it'll be hard to sweep, but just win the series.
Here's Luke Rapay, who will swing and miss at the first pitch, and it's a strike to him, 2 gone. Neither pitcher has been able to retire a side in order yet today, but Crew Clark has a chance for that here in the third with 2 outs and nobody on. 3-0 West leading. 0-1 to the right-handed hitter Luke, and the pitch will be swung out and hit hard on the ground to Sawyer Reed, who will pick it up, and he throws to first. And it is a 1-2-3 inning, first one of the game. This one for Crew Clark of West. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. 3 innings done, 3-0 West with the advantage today as baseball continues on KGAL.
H&R Block tax professionals are ready to take another look at your TurboTax return to see what you may have missed. Let us tell you for free if you left any money on the table. Start by visiting hrblock.com/anotherlook or call 1-800-HR-BLOCK to make an appointment. Fees apply for amended returns. Only some software users make errors, and not every error results in a larger refund at participating locations.
Hi, this is Joyce at your local H&R Block office in Albany, Corvallis, and Lebanon. We live and breathe taxes. Let us find you every deduction and credit you deserve.
Farming is fun, especially when you have a tractor like the all-new Kubota Grand L40 from Lynn Benton Tractor. Choose from 8 new models, all with Kubota's powerful, fuel-efficient diesel engines and a choice of 3 productive transmissions, including the all-new innovative HST Plus. See how the Grand L40 can improve your acreage. Check one out at Lynn Benton Tractor's new location on McLean Street in Silverton, and as always along Highway 99E Tangent. Lynn Benton Tractor.
1580 KGAL.
Oh, don't say tractor. My lawn tractor at the Cheshire Mansion was in trouble last year. Managed to get it repaired. Getting it out of the yard is one thing. I don't have a trailer. Found a friend with a trailer. Got the tractor, pushed it out of the yard. It wouldn't run, so you couldn't drive it out of the yard. Finally got it fixed, got it back for a couple of cuts last summer. It was doing well until I needed to add oil to the lawn tractor the other day, and I did. And as I began to cut the lawn, it smelled a little smoky. It seemed a little hot, so I stopped and I checked the oil, and I realized that I had put too much oil in. Here is the first pitch in the top of the fourth at 3-0 West as Joe Miller leads off and takes the ball from Jacob Rapay. And I couldn't see that. It looked, because the oil was clear, it looked to me like it was up to the fill mark. Well, it was also beyond that. 1-0 pitch will be a strike. Oh, thought maybe that one was high. Strike one. But when I ran my finger down there, I realized that there was oil quite well up the dipstick, which was what I was at that point. 1-1 is outside ball 2. And as I ran my finger over it and realized that it was oil up high, I saw below the oil, when I cleared it off, the words, "Caution, do not overfill."
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. It was a little late. Pitch swung on and fouled away. And as I went to turn it on, sure enough, nothing. I mean, there was nothing. It didn't do anything. Didn't turn over, did nothing. Just no sound. It must have burned something up with the too much oil. Caution, do not overfill. You could make that a little clearer. Pitch is ball 3. You could put it lower on the dipstick. I mean, when you put it up there, by the time I see it up there, that's where I've already overfilled it.
Well, there you go, yeah.
Planned obsolescence or planned idiocy on my part so that I wouldn't see it. High fly ball to center. Waving everyone off is the center fielder Kyle Christensen, who will put it away for the first out in the top of the fourth. Joe Miller is retired, hit the ball well, but a high fly to center, one gone.
Well, I have an update. It says Crescent Valley is up 2-0 over Dallas in the top of the third. Tanner Sanders hit a 2-run home run.
Wow.
You can thank Twitter for that update. I know you hate the smartphones, but...
Grounded to the second baseman, Chance DeWitt will pick it up. He'll throw to first, and the 2 outs quickly for Jacob Rapay, trying to match the 1-2-3 inning that Crew Clark had in the bottom of the third. 2 gone.
So far, Crescent Valley's hanging in with Dallas again.
You know, it's shocking because Dallas had been playing so well. They lost a middle game of a series to West. That was their first loss, but West always a good team.
Yeah.
And then they beat Corvallis in the first game of their series and thought, wow, they're going to really roll. Pitch is swung on and missed to Jacob Caston, 0-1. And then Corvallis beats them twice. Crescent Valley wins the first game, has a lead today. They've dropped 3 in a row. They were the number 2 ranked team in the state. They looked good. They looked invincible, really.
They did.
And now they've dropped 3 in a row and are losing today. Pitches, misses a ball.
Baseball's a funny game, isn't it, Ray?
Yeah, well, it depends. Sometimes it's a
You
laugh.
should be happy right now.
Well, last night the Red Sox had a chance to win their 19th game in April, more than they've ever done in the history of their club. 1-1 inside, ball 2. And John Lester was pitching, and John has had a terrific season. And last night he gives up 6 runs.
Oh.
Hey, go figure.
To Toronto.
Our proud sports motto. Low. Down the heart of the plate, it looked like, but maybe outside. Looked like it may have kicked up some dirt, too. It may have been low. So 3-1. Jacob trying to get a 1-2-3 inning, but we'll have to work hard here against Jacob Caston, down 3-1, and he throws out the side corner. Ooh. I was going to say yes. I was going to say he threw ball 4, but it caught the corner. So a full count. Jacob still with that opportunity to retire West in order. Takes a long time to get a sign from his brother, but throws 3-2, and it swung on and missed, and he got him. And that was a high fastball that Jacob Caston should not have offered at, but he did and missed. And Jacob Rapay has a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. 3.5 done, still 3-0 West. Will return on KGAL.
Have you seen the new steel wall in Economy Supply Building Center? It's loaded with steel products you can't do without. From chainsaws to trimmers, you'll find a tool that can help you get your work done easier. An example, Economy Supply has the new Steel FS40 CE trimmer. It's lightweight, fuel efficient, and Steel's easy-to-start system makes starting almost effortless. For a limited time, you'll save $30 off the regular price. Your new Mid-Valley home for steel is Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street, Lebanon.
At Power Honda's award-winning service department, their award-winning staff is there to provide excellent service in a timely manner. From their famous $15 oil changes to transmission replacements and other large jobs, they are dedicated to maintaining the highest levels of customer service. Every appointment includes a multi-point inspection and a complimentary car wash. Call Power Honda's service department today, 541-928-0122. Power Honda, Highway 20 in Albany, your Honda superstore.
$15 oil changes for non-synthetic oil and Hondas only.
1580 KGAL.
One of the favorite parts for our audience for high school baseball or American Legion baseball to follow next month is the taping of the scorecard, which comes in 2 parts and needs to be taped together. Last summer, never brought the tape till about August, at which time the season was over.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think we might have had it for maybe the last game of the year, and I think we said something about it, you know, being the last game, and hey, we got the tape finally.
But right from the first game this year, in fact, we could each have our own roll of tape in there.
Yeah, you have about 18 rolls. You could open up a store.
I shouldn't say that in case my wife is missing and there's no Scotch tape in the drawer at home. And I can't maintain innocence. Here we go to the bottom of the 4th. Lebanon trying to come back. They're down 3-0 in this game. Riley Wessel will lead off, and he took strike 1 from Crew Clark, who throws a one-hopper hit to the shortstop, Sawyer Reed, who has played a good game today, and again charges and makes a perfect throw.
A lot of putouts.
Good, solid throw to first, and Riley Wessel is retired. In fact, he's made the last 3 putouts.
I mean, he's made 5 in the game.
I was just going to say 5, but I'm a little slower in looking through my scorecard.
Well, you're doing more things, you know. I just pop in every once in a while and say something.
I'm holding it down for one thing in between the wind today. The wind not nearly, well, it is brisk, but it has changed directions. It's still blowing in, but not right at us. The pitch did not mean to swing and fouls it, well, hits it back to the pitcher, not fouling it back, but taps it back to the pitcher, and Jared Marshall is out. Jared started the swing, then wanted to pull back, and the ball hit his bat and wound up to be an easy hopper back to the pitcher, Crew Clark, who throws him out, and 2 gone.
Yeah, that was an excuse me. Wasn't trying to swing there. Ended up making contact.
So Crew Clark has retired 7 in order and tries for his second 1-2-3 inning as he faces Jacob Rapay, who fouls this one outside of first. Jeff Stolzig, longtime coach down at third base. Always really nice, always very pleasant. We see him for football games, basketball games over at the school. Always a smile.
Yeah.
That will not be a 1-2-3 inning. That one's going to be hit into the gap, but cut off by the center fielder, Jacob Caston, does not get by him. Good speed by Jacob to cut it off and hold Jacob Rapay to a base hit. But hit in between the left and center. But a base hit for Jacob. Just the 3rd hit of the day. West has 5 on the day, and they also have a 3-0 lead. Here's Dylan Williams with a runner at first. Dylan, the shortstop, walked his first time up. The only walk issued by Crew Clark. He throws well outside and in the dirt, ball 1. That was a strange series of...
was.
That was a ball, yes. Throw to first, runner is back. 1-0. It's nice to see people sort of in the baseball garb this afternoon. It's still a little cool because of that wind. Pitch is outside. But it's been warming up the last few days. Monday quite chilly. Yesterday, still a little bit chilly, a little warmer today, and they say we may break some records in some areas this weekend.
Really?
With temperatures into the 80s. 2-0 pitch, no, throw to first. Runner is back, dives back in. They are convinced that Jeff Stolzig would send to Jacob Rapay, even though he's down 3-0 and 2 outs in the inning, but might do so to try to get a batter in scoring position here. The pitch is a strike on the inside corner to Dylan Williams. 2-1. Skylar Garber is next for the Warriors. Bottom of the 4th inning, a 2-0 lead for West. Crew Clark stares at his catcher, Alex Pines. Finally has a sign that is to his liking and will throw outside. Ball 3. Independent Auto Works. Everything Volkswagen. For any service, any parts, any year, any model. If it's Volkswagen related, Independent Auto Works, the answer. On 13th near campus. Independent Auto Works. John Gullich, longtime supporter of baseball over in the Corvallis area. American Legion baseball included. Fouled away. Back towards the track again. That one might have been danger for him. Boy, I'd hate to see somebody who is in a race over there, like a long distance race, suddenly have to break stride on a foul ball. I wonder if that's ever happened.
I don't know.
3-2. Full counts with 2 outs, and the throw to first to hold Jacob Rapay honestly to first.
Well, I mean, he's going to go with the pitch.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he would throw with 3-2, except maybe to get him a little closer to the bag.
Yeah, I guess.
And a little more hesitant to start. There he goes on the 3-2, and it's outside, ball 4. So after retiring 7 in a row and getting the side in order in the 3rd, and the first 2 batters here in the 4th, Crew Clark gets into a little trouble. Base hit by Jacob Rapay. Walk to Dylan Williams. First and second, 2 outs.
The Warriors tried to do this in the 1st. They got 2 quick outs and then back-to-back singles. Well, 2 quick outs here in the 4th, and then a single and a walk. See if they can cash in. Get at least 1 back here.
Second walk, charge to Crew Clark. Runners lead, and the pitch will be high, ball 1 to Skylar Garber, who grounded out to short to Sawyer Reed. His first time up. Bottom of the 4th inning, 3-0 West. Holds that bat really high in a deep knee bend. Pitcher will step off. Strange looking batting stance because the knees are bent, but yet the bat is held really, really high. Those hands are above the helmet. Pitch, strike called, outside corner. Outside corner has been the friend of the pitcher a couple of times today. Going out to talk will be Alex Pines. We'll talk things over.
The batting stance kind of reminds me of a player that I'm not sure if he's still playing somewhere, but Craig Counsell. Do you remember that name?
Craig Counsell.
He had a stance that kind of looked like that. He squatted and he had the arms way above his head, and he was a utility player. He played for Arizona.
National League, yeah.
He was mostly a National League guy. I'm not sure if he's still around or not, but he kind of had that similar stance going.
Well, again, those hands held high in the air, in fact, above the helmet. It waits a 1-1 pitch and cuts and fouls it back. So ball and 2 strikes to Skylar Garber. Warriors trying to get on the scoreboard. Down 3-0, 4th inning. And we remind you that high school games are 7 innings, so we're late into the game, actually. As they lost yesterday in a shutout, 7-0. Warriors trying to get their first run of these 2 games. The pitch in on the hands and fouled away. Skylar did a good job to at least get a piece of that. That's the starting gun over at
yes.
the field. It's not an angry fan looking up here to the press box, was it? I mean, there's...
well, I hope not.
All right.
I can't see over there, so I'm hoping not.
Should be somebody that listens to the morning updates a little irritated with me. Oh, 1-2 pitch line past Jeff Stolzig, who never saw that coming. He claps his hands, and I think he points forward at Skylar Garber.
Yeah, straighten it out, Skylar.
I think that's what it meant. Don't hit it towards me. He never even had a chance to move. That ball just went flying by him, but a foul ball.
There's one guy you don't want to hit. That's the coach down the 3rd baseline.
You won't be in the next lineup.
Yep.
1-2 pitch, swung on and missed in the dirt. And first base is occupied. They needn't throw to first, but they will anyway. And the side is retired. A strikeout. Skylar Garber on a low pitch bid on that one and struck out. Third strikeout for Kurt Clark, and it gets him out of some trouble. Retires the first two batters, gives him a base hit and a walk. 2 runners left on, 4 done. Still 3-0 West as we continue today. High school baseball at 1580 KGAL.
You will always get your money's worth, and the food is fresh, original, and tasty at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Open areas or cozy booths, you'll find Ixtapa's service superb and menu variety most excellent. Visit them for lunch or dinner where the parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet. Are you part of an office group? Groups of 10 to 25 are always invited, and $3 drink specials are always offered. Enjoy Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant today at 25 North Main in Lebanon.
Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market has bargain prices now on 8-pound bags of navel oranges, just $3.99. You save $2. Save up to $1 on pineapples, just $1.99. And save up to $2 on Mike's Lemonade 12-pack party kit, just $14.99. Hurry, specials good while supplies last. Albany Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Across from the Heritage Mall with bargains on the brands you trust.
1580 KGAL.
Well, Lebanon's still not able to get on the scoreboard, and they didn't do it yesterday as they dropped a 7-0 decision to West, and West leading 3-0 today as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Jacob Rapay tries to keep West there with the 3-run lead as he will face Andrew Kettleson, Jackson Soto, and Crew Clark.
11 scoreless innings by West Albany pitching in the series so far.
Boy, those years at LBCC really helping you. Added 7 and 4 quickly.
Yeah, I did.
Very smooth on your part.
I know. That's why I get paid the big bucks over here.
Pitch is fouled away. It'll be 0-2 quickly to Andrew Kettleson, who is grounded out and flown out. Grounded to short, flown to right. You're not even in mathematics. I mean, you're not a math major, are you?
No, I'm not even in school.
I am impressed. 0-2 in line, foul outside of first. Speaking of Lynn Benton Community College, invite you to get started, get finished, save on tuition, travel, and housing while you prepare for virtually any career you might choose. LBCC is the wise choice in Albany, Lebanon, Sweet Home, and Corvallis. Strike called. Ooh, that was really the loudest that we've heard of the umpire today. Is that the first called strike?
Yes.
First called strikeout of the day.
Yes, yes.
Andrew Kettleson is gone. And back-to-back strikeouts.
And that's six in a row for Jacob retired.
Jacob retired. The last batter, Jacob Caston, and strikeout. Here's a base hit, though, to break the string. Jackson Soto, solid base hit to right.
That's my fault.
Yeah.
Oh, how quick to point the finger, Ray.
The LK, the Landgren kibosh, may have caught it from me, the famous PK that Pitts kibosh.
You might have.
Here's Crew Clark, who's pitching a whale of a game. Where did they get whale? I mean, how did that ever come to mean something of excellence?
I don't know.
Pitch misses, ball 1 in the dirt. I mean, there's really nothing connected to a whale that would make you think of imploring it in that particular instance of an excellent something of quality.
Well, Rich said it's because it's big.
Yeah, big. That's a good thought. You've been to college too, haven't you? Both of you making me look bad here on both sides, but yeah, big, I suppose. But not good. I mean, well, there it is again. What is this? What's going on down there? The pitch, no, the throw to first, runner is back. It worries me. I mean, if you're in radio long enough, you got to irritate somebody. I keep hearing.
I don't know. I know it's coming from my right, and they can't see me if they're looking up here, so it's all you, Ray. I don't.
Wonder who's running over there. I don't see anybody going around the tracks. I don't know why they're firing.
Huh.
There goes the runner, and the pitch misses for a ball. The throw down to second, and did they get him? Yes, they did. A perfect throw by Luke Rapay. That will assist him in being on that first team, all-team 5A again this year. As he throws out the runner, Jackson Soto. Not easy to do. He has good speed.
Yes, he does.
Jackson had reached on a base hit, but he is out 2-4 on the put-out. Chance to Witt covering. Second baseman, and Crew Clark now with a 3-0 count. So we may get somebody on first here quickly again anyway, but at least the runner is gone from first, and the pitch is on the outside corner. 3-1. Whenever I look over at that track, and I've said it before when we've been here at Lebanon, I think of the days of running pitches line past the diving glove of Riley Wessel. That one's going to roll a long way out towards the wall in left field, rounding second. On his way to third, here comes the throw, and diving into third. Well, he goes in standing, maybe a little dangerous on the part of Crew Clark. That ball was at the feet of Jared Marshall. Didn't grab it without having it bounce off his foot. But that was a little too close, I think, to stand up.
Well, I was watching the coach the whole way, and he'd never told him to slide. So he was just following the signs. But, yeah, it was very close at third. And, oh, how important that caught stealing was. West would have it on the run right now.
He stepped into third. That ball was just coming towards Jared Marshall.
Yeah.
Bounced a few feet outside of third, but not far enough to allow Crew Clark to go any further. But it's a triple as he got it by the glove of Riley Wessel. Riley made a great effort in left field to dive for that ball, and if not catch it, at least knock it down. But he couldn't get to it. It rolled all the way out to the fence. A triple for Crew Clark.
That was really one of those all-or-nothing plays when he lifted off to try to dive. It's either going to be a great catch or it's going to be a triple, one way or the other.
Taylor Frost, the left hitter, or the left fielder rather, who has lined out to left field, singled, and drove in a run in the third. Swung and missed at the first pitch, 0-1. But that pickoff now, Luke Rapay picking off Jackson Soto, was huge. You, of course, would have scored. The pitch whacked to left field. There's an RBI again. Taylor Frost with his second RBI of the day, and that one is a clear single. And chasing it into the corner, went farther down that line than I thought, and that will be a double for Taylor Frost. That one wound up going beyond the foul line and just a few feet outside of the foul line, right back to the grass, I should say the hedge at the edge of the grass in the left field. A double for Taylor Frost.
And he's hit the ball hard a couple times into that corner.
Now batting right fielder, number 22.
Good
Tanner
piece of hitting.
Whitley.
So Crew Clark scores, of course, from third. Strolls home. And standing at second now is Taylor Frost with one out. Pitch slowly hit. Jared Marshall tries to charge it. He can't come up with it, and he gets by the shortstop, Dylan Williams. And now coming in to score, making it 5-0, is Taylor Frost. Tough play. I would score a base hit and an error. You're going to give it an error all the way? Yes, he never touched it, though. I know you can't hear Rich Slavetsky. I was just mentioning the third baseman, Jared Marshall, couldn't touch it. He tried to charge it, couldn't get to it. It went to Dylan Williams, who should have stopped it without the run scoring, but it got by him. So I would score the error to Dylan. Pitch is swung on and fouled away by Tanner Whitley. Or make that, no, it's Logan Nichols. As Whitley is the one, I would give him a base hit and an error because I don't think Dylan Williams was going to throw him out. It was a tough play from Marshall trying to charge it. He couldn't get to it. Williams was going to, if he gloved it, would not have been able to throw him out at first, but would have held the runner at third, but has scored with an error. Swing and a miss for the run to score. In other words, no RBI for Tanner Whitley, although he does get the base hit on the play. But Frost does score on the error. 2 runs home, it's 5-0. And with a runner at first, there's no balls, 2 strikes to Logan, and he will pop this one foul. That will be behind us. Maybe hits us. No, haven't had one hit this booth yet, have we? Because that fence behind home plate here is really a tall fence.
Yeah, I can't even see the top of it if I duck down even.
And given the distance from home plate to the fence and the height of the fence, when a ball has that projection, it gets over the fence, usually it goes far enough to go beyond our booth. Swung on line drive, that's going to be a base hit into the gap. That's going to drop a one-hopper to the outfielder Christensen, who will throw it in and cut off by the third baseman Jared Marshall, but it will be a base hit for Logan Nichols. And suddenly it not only is 5-0, and would be worse again. Jackson Soto singled with 1 out, but got picked off second. We'd really have an inning going here, but they have been hitting the ball hard. Yeah. Except for the single by Whitley, which was not hit hard, but there have been some shots here. Soto's single was hard hit, the triple by Clark, the double by Frost, and that base hit by Nichols was really tagged. So runners at first and second with 1 out, a couple of runs home here in the inning, 2 outs. Andrew Kettleson struck out to start the inning, in fact. There were 2 outs when everything started to really go downhill. And coming out to talk with the pitcher, Jacob Rapay, and I'm not sure. Who is the pitching coach, please, Rich? Do we know?
That was
Jason Williams. Jason Williams, the pitching coach, will come out and talk with Jacob Rapay and see if it looks like he's going to leave Jacob in. It's just a talk. When they talk that long, do you think it's just something to calm the pitcher, or something that he has seen that he's instructing him on? Or he's telling him about what could come here with runners at first and second?
You know, it's probably just to calm him down, because he was going pretty good in the inning. He got a strikeout, and then they caught Jackson Soto stealing, so they had 2 outs before all this stuff happened.
Runners lead first and second in the pitch. First pitch swinging. Joe Miller swings and fouls it away. They're taking some big cuts.
Yeah, and maybe he saw something with West Albany and what they're doing. Like you said, they're hacking right now. Maybe a little strategy on how to pitch to Joe Miller. He's the 9th hole hitter. Don't want any more damage to happen.
Right-handed hitter Rapay checks that runner at second and throws, hit on the ground towards second. Oh, and bobbled and can't find it. Chance DeWitt cannot find the ball, now comes up with it, and that will give an opportunity to score from second base Tanner Whitley, who would have taken third, but the fact that the ball came up on Chance DeWitt, it popped up in the air, went behind him, and he turned around and searched for the ball. That length of the search gave Tanner Whitley a chance to score from the second base, and Joe Miller reaches on an error. That will not be an RBI, but at the third run of the inning scores, Logan Nichols goes to second, and on the error, Joe Miller reaches first, and you're back to the top of the order now, and Sawyer Reed, who takes a pitch inside.
Now you're really flirting with danger.
So 6-0, 3 runs home in the inning. Still 2 outs, runners at first and second in this game getting away from Lebanon. They were shut out yesterday, 7-0. Pitch is fouled away. Another good cut, though, a good swing by Sawyer Reed. Just a little bit off that pitch. He grounded out his first time up. It was hit by a pitch in the second, then he grounded out. He's grounded out to the first baseman and the second baseman, which would be Isaac Garber at first for Lebanon. Chance DeWitt second. Dylan Williams, the shortstop. Jaron Marshall at third. Outfield, Riley Wessel, Kyle Christensen, Skylar Garber left to right. Luke Rapay catching his brother Jacob. He checks the runner at second and throws 1-1 inside, and it's a wild pitch that will go to the backstop, and the runners will go to second and third. Logan Nichols will stand on third. Joe Miller at second with 2 outs. You know, that's one thing we haven't seen too much this year, wild pitch.
That's true.
We've seen a couple of pitches that might have been a wild pitch, except they were swung on and missed as third strike, so it goes as an error to the catcher. They were not good pitches that the hitters swung at. But I don't know if we have seen a wild pitch. That's something we frequently see in a high school season. Pitch is swung on and shot into the glove of the first baseman, who will handle it unassisted. Isaac Garber to his right, grabbed it, goes to the bag for the putout, and the inning is over. But it is a big inning for West because they doubled their lead on 5 hits in the inning. A couple of errors, 2 left on. We have finished 4.5, and West now with a commanding 6-0 lead over Lebanon. We'll continue baseball today on KGAL.
Serving Albany and the Willamette Valley for 37 years. Hi, this is Dean Stavros for Stavros Auto Services. The Auto Doctors is the mechanic side of our business and will give you a written lifetime warranty on all work they perform. Jason and I are proud of Jeff, our service manager, and his trained mechanical technicians. Brakes, tune-ups, or any other maintenance your auto may need, Jeff and his team are ready to help. Stavros Auto Services. Same people, same commitment to excellence. You've got our name on it. Find us at packautobody.com.
If your washer, dryer, stove, or fridge are stone cold dead, then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 541-259 at 1131, of course. You see, Like New Appliance is the Mid-Valley's premier recycler, creating like new appliances from your abandoned, lifeless metal rejects. Do your recycling part. Ask for a free discarded appliance pickup today by calling 259 at 1131. That's 541-259 at 1131 for Like New Appliance.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Not a good inning here in the top of the fifth for Lebanon. They give up 3 more runs. They give up 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fifth. It is 6-0 West. A dominant lead here as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Isaac Garber, the number 9 hitter, made a nice play on that final ground ball in the top of the inning. He'll lead off. And back to the top of the order, Kyle Christensen. Chance to wit for Lebanon as Crew Clark throws, and it's popped foul. That one will go towards the track. They're still over there for the meet. 0-1.
Crescent Valley adds 2 more and leads 4-0 in the bottom of the fifth.
Wow.
Dallas has fallen on hard times, Ray.
Wow, Crescent Valley is good. They struggled a little bit at the beginning of the year. Pitches a strike. I saw an article going online to check the Gazette Times that they had dropped 5 straight at one point this year.
Yeah, Lebanon beat them in the first game here, and then Crescent Valley won the other 2 games, but I believe they were competitive.
Swung on a miss. Strike 3, a strikeout, and the leadoff hitter, Isaac Garber, 1 gone.
Swept South last week, and then they won the first, obviously, against Dallas, and leading in the 5th inning today.
I am surprised. I mean, we know little about these teams other than having seen them on occasion, but I'm just surprised because everyone spoke so well about Dallas, second-ranked team in the state. They won the league last year.
Yeah.
They have a lot of players back from last year. We saw them. We know how talented they are. I just thought, well, they're going to continue to roll. You know, they may lose a game here and there, but not if they lose today. That's 4 in a row. Kyle Christensen with an 0-1 count to him skies this one to center field, but Jacob Caston simply needs some patience. He has it and puts it away. 2 gone in the 5th. Chance to wit, who is 0 for 2, has struck out and grounded out. Christensen now 0 for 3 on the day. He grounded to short, struck out, and now has flown out. Town & Country Realty, the Mid-Valley's #1 real estate firm. For every multiple listing in the Willamette Valley, not just theirs, but every one, check their website, tncrealty.com. Shop towards Reed. Reed charges, throws to first. Good shortstop all day long. Threw that one a little high, but a good job to go to his right, grab it, throw to first for the out. 3 up, 3 down. The second time that Crew Clark has retired the Warriors in order. So we finished 5. West Albany looking good. 6-0 West on KGAL.
When it comes to the most experience, best warranty, best fuel economy, and best service, Mark Thomas Motors is the best. The last standing, locally 4th-generation family-owned new car dealer in Albany, with 3 locations featuring GMC Buick, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, and Hyundai's North American Car of the Year, Elantra, and a new Veloster in Sonata. Support your community by buying your new or certified pre-owned car or truck now at Mark Thomas Motors, Sandy M Highway in Albany. Shop online at markthomasmotors.com.
Mark Thomas Motors, why pay more?
The mission of this quality Mid-Valley builder is treat every job like it's our only job, no matter how big or small. And we don't stop until our customer is 100% satisfied 100% of the time. Now Builders has stuck to this business plan since their beginning in 1992. They welcome commercial and residential jobs, big or small, it doesn't matter at Now Builders. See their list of referrals online at nowbuilders.com or call 541-926-2858.
1580 KGAL.
Some changes here for Lebanon as we go to the top of this 6th inning. Riley Wessel will come out of left field. He will be the new pitcher. And there'll be some other changes that we'll let you know about defensively for the Warriors here. Top of the 6th, 6-0 West. Chance to whip in left field. Doggone it, for so many innings we had people out there smoking while I filled this thing in, and now multiple changes.
Well, I can tell you that Riley Wessel is now on the mound.
Yeah.
Jacob Rapay moves to short.
Jacob Rapay at short.
Williams moves to second.
Now, why is that necessary?
I don't know.
Why do they have to do that?
And then DeWitt goes out to left.
All right, Dylan Williams now at second. Riley Wessel is the pitcher. And a reminder, the pitching change, Samaritan Health Services is your source for exceptional orthopedic care. They can change that pain that you may have, arthritic joints, carpal tunnel, bad shoulders, blown out knee. What is the problem? Rest assured, Samaritan's talented orthopedic and sports medicine experts are here to get you back to active. Phone 1-800-299-2929. 1-800-299-2929. I see you pointing to Jacob Bewley. What is he's say that again? Oh, Jacob Bewley is on deck here for West. We check the number. It's number 15, and then it would be Jacob Bewley. Leading 6-0, and Jacob Bewley.
Leading off the 6th inning for the Bulldogs, number 15,
hit.
Jacob Bewley.
So he's pinch hitting for Caston.
Well, I should have just left the Jacob there.
Yeah, that's
Jacob
true.
Caston, but Jacob Bewley. Ball one from Riley Wessel. There's ball two inside. So Jacob Caston, who is the center fielder, assuming that Jacob will replace him in center field, hopefully so. Caston singled on the day, reached on an error in the first inning, reached second on an error. Died at third at the end of the inning. Pitch is swung on, and there's a base hit for Bewley. It's down the line. He's got a couple. Riley Wessel may as well play in foul territory down there. Those balls have been rolling down that line into foul territory in the last few innings frequently. He's getting a workout. He ought to go over and run the track meet. I bet he's running farther than some of the people that are over there today.
Well, that actually is DeWitt out in left field now.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Riley Wessel's on the mound.
I thought he was in right.
No, he's in left.
Did you say left?
We said left.
Oh, I thought you said right.
Oh, well.
Maybe I can't tell. Which one is my left hand? Is it this one?
That's it.
That's my left hand.
Left.
All right. Oh, for Pete's sakes. I already crossed out Skylar Garber.
You better cross him back in.
Well, for heaven's sake. Well, of course he'd be in left. Riley Wessel is the pitcher, and he was in left.
Yeah.
Well, sure he would go to left. So why would you tell me right? Chance to win. Fat chance I'd get it right here. All right. Here we go. Who's up? It's Andrew Kettleson. 0-1 count, and he'll look at ball one from Riley Wessel. So a double for Jacob Bewley, who comes in the game. So Riley's probably happy that he didn't have to chase that ball.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
Pitch misses and gets away just momentarily from the catcher, no advance. He probably is looking at Chance DeWitt, who's playing second and, never has to run that far.
Yeah.
Saying, here's what it's like out there. Riley throws and it's chopped foul. Count is even to Andrew Kettleson and Jackson Soto. Number 11 is on deck. Andrew Kettleson, second baseman today. Has that uniform with the pants tucked into the socks. I like that baseball look. That's the preferred fashion look for baseball. Pitch, close, but misses the ball. I'm not sure how close that was when it crossed the plate, but it's the fact that the umpire deliberated for a moment. There's that gun again to start a race. You can't see them running. I don't know where they're running. Pitch outside, ball four. Andrew Kettleson walks, and Riley Wessel is having a little trouble in relief. Gives up the double to pinch hitter Jacob Bewley. The walk to Andrew, and here is a dangerous Jackson Soto.
Now batting third baseman number 11, Jackson Soto.
Very dangerous.
Jackson has one base hit on the day as he singled in the fifth inning. With one out in the fifth inning, he singled, and he would be thrown out trying to steal. There's a strike call. So there were 2 outs and nobody on. Then a 3-run rally started. Triple, double, single and an error, base hit, error. 3 runs came home. They add to the 3 West already had. They lead at 6-0. Left-handed hitter, Jackson. Good athlete. Pitch outside. Nice job by Luke Rapay to grab that one. Would have had our second wild pitch of the afternoon. Ball and a strike to Jackson. Sun shines today, but it is that chilly breeze that we've had the last couple of days. 1-1, slow curve, popped high to center field. Kyle Christensen, plenty of time to make a good long run and put it away. 1 out. No advance by either runner. Sports fans, I think everybody shares the same thing as I do. You hate to put the kibosh, and I call it the Pitts kibosh, but I think a lot of people believe that they're responsible if their team loses, that they did something.
Oh, yeah.
They did something that they're being blamed for. The pitch, hit him. That one was not going to, I don't know if it was supposed to be a curve, but it didn't break. It struck Crew Clark in the back, and the bases are loaded with 1 out.
I feel that way, Ray.
Well, with Boston, they've gotten off to a good start. I hate to say that because that in itself will put the kibosh on them. But I've been trying not to think about the fact, they're doing well, they're doing well. I keep saying, it's not going to last. The other night with the 18 wins in April and last night with a chance to win 19, I thought, just for a little bit, I thought, they're playing well. I said that to Mary Jo the other night when she said, well, Boston is having a good season. I don't want to say anything. I was at Ixnay on the Austin day.
Yeah.
But I said, they're doing well. Next day, they lose to Toronto.
Oh, dear.
Pitch, over the head of Taylor Frost. And I think those are supposed to be breaking balls, but they're not breaking. It was an off-speed breaking pitch that Jackson Soto popped to center. He's coming off-speed. Pitch down the heart of the plate and whacks this one foul. So Taylor Frost with a strike, 2 balls and no strikes. I feel like just that one comment, when I let it slip and said yes, acknowledged that I thought they were doing well, that I thought they shouldn't have done that. And then last night they lose and I blame myself. There's ball 3. That's in the dirt and well out of the strike zone.
Well, do you want to know how they're doing tonight? I just checked.
I know.
Okay.
No,
okay.
No, they're not doing well, are they? 3-1 is fouled off, and that'll be out of play.
They're actually doing very well.
Oh,
they're up 4-0 in the 7th inning, and Buchholz has allowed 1 hit.
Wow.
His ERA is 1.01.
He has had a terrific season along with Lester, but Lester got blasted last night. And they'll probably have him go 8 innings, and then we'll see what the bullpen does. 3-2 is low, ball 4, and will bounce away from the catcher, Luke Rapay, but nobody's going to go anywhere anyway. They'll just, each runner moves up a base. A run scores. It's Jacob Bewley who comes in. He had doubled the lead off the inning. Now winding up at third, Andrew Kettleson, who had walked. Then Jackson Soto flew out. Crew Clark was hit by a pitch, so he's the runner, goes up to second, and Taylor Frost with a base on balls from Riley Wessel. He will stand on first. Bases loaded, a run home, and it's 7-0, which is the score by which West beat Lebanon yesterday as Tanner Whitley takes ball 1.
Taylor Weldon.
Riley is really out of the strike zone. Scott, he's having
he is.
problems in that location. There's a strike down the heart of the plate. 1-1.
This is a pinch hitter, number 14. I don't.
Oh no, yeah, it's not 22.
I don't have the roster.
I do have a roster, but you'd have to. Oh.
Well, he's taking a couple hacks. I'll tell you that. 14.
Taylor Weldon.
Taylor Weldon. Okay.
Taylor Weldon. That's for Tanner Whitley.
Yes, Riley Wessel has been out of the strike zone until this at bat.
Swung on and missed a strike, and it's strike 3 to Taylor Weldon. Since Tanner Whitley, is it a rule that you have to have somebody with the same initials to?
It might be. Not sure.
They're fortunate then that they have a TW in Taylor Weldon. Here's Logan Nichols, who will bat for himself. He started this game, and he swings and misses on a fastball from Riley. Grounded out third, lined out to shortstop, and singled in the 5th inning. Pitch off speed and a strike. 0-2. So 2 gone, bases loaded, but a run home here in the inning, giving West a 7-0 lead.
But if they only limit them to 1 run, that would be huge. Bases were loaded with only 1 out. They would only give up 1.
Logan Nichols is the DH today, designated hitter for Alex Pines, batting for Alex. Pitch misses. We have decided to go see the Red Sox this summer. We have not missed a year since the baseball came back to Seattle. Pitch off speed.
Wow.
Just maybe got just a little piece of it that fouled it off.
Not bad.
And we weren't going to do that because I always go with Ryan, and often Mary Jo will go with us, but Ryan has something or other in July that's got him tied up. Some big event. 1 ball, 2 strikes, swung on and missed strike 3. Yes, he's being married in July.
Oh, well, that's kind of big.
In the latter part of July, but we decided we've got to do it. We can't break the string of every year since baseball came back to Seattle. Strike 3. So Riley Wessel, who was all over the strike zone, did a good job to strike out pinch hitter Taylor Weldon and Logan Nichols and maintain the bases loaded without any more runs scoring. But a run does come home in the inning on just 1 hit. Bases are left loaded. 5.5 done. West won yesterday 7-0. They lead 7-0 this afternoon against Lebanon.
Eye-popping graphics on premium fabrics. That's what you'll wear from Northwest Apparel and Graphics. Businesses like Albany's Furniture and Beds, Buckmaster Plumbing, and Rhodes Warden have trusted Northwest Apparel and Graphics for their new appearance. Now you can too, and for a lot less than you'd expect. From vinyl signs and proverbs to screen printing and custom embroidery, Northwest Apparel and Graphics can do it all. No minimum orders for home or business. Look for their new showroom just south of the Kuhn Theater on South Main Street. Northwest Apparel and Graphics.
Albany Burgerville is celebrating over 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Now featuring the Ham Havarti Sandwich, all-natural Diamond Ranch ham layered with melted Havarti cheese, fresh slice of tomato on a toasted hoagie roll, complemented with a seasoned tradition chocolate hazelnut milkshake. Pick up an Albany Burgerville rewards card now. Cash for every dollar spent. Albany Burgerville is celebrating over 50 years of serving customers fresh, great-tasting food with a mission to serve with love. Albany Burgerville, fresh, local, sustainable.
1580 KGAL.
Well, here is the deal as we start the top of the 7th today. West certainly in command of this game. 7 runs on 11 hits. No errors in the game. And here's a strike to the leadoff hitter, Luke Rapay, to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Actually, bottom of the 6th, not the 7th yet. 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They've left 4 runners on. Pitch, strike called. For Lebanon, no runs on 3 hits. They have 4 errors in the game, and they have left 4 on base. Trying to get their first run of the series. They lost yesterday 7-0.
Yeah.
Luke Rapay leads off here, and he's in the hole 0-2. Clark swings and he chops it to Sawyer Reed. Makes another nice stab of a low rounder and throws to first for the out. A tough play for Sawyer. It looked like it was going to be hit right at him, but when it got to him, it was a low hop. Had to reach down and grab it. He is smooth at shortstop. It's the foot movement, and he has that down. Did it well. So 1 out on a ground out by Luke Rapay. 1 for 3 on the day. He singled his first time up and has grounded to Sawyer Reed twice, who has played an immaculate shortstop. A whale of a shortstop. A big shortstop. See, that doesn't fit.
I don't know.
Here's Riley Wessel now in as the pitcher, who on a 1-0 pitch fouls this one away. 1 ball and 1 strike.
But if you say he's played a whale of a shortstop, but he has played big out there. I mean, he's made a lot of plays.
Yes, how dare you.
I'm just trying to be equal to everyone up here in the booth, okay?
Yeah. 1-0 strike down the heart of the plate.
Rich doesn't have headset over there to, express his baseball knowledge, so it has to come through all of us here.
Riley Wessel to be followed by Jared Marshall. Pitch popped in the air towards right. I'm not sure who's out there now. Is it Tanner Whitley? Is he still in? Is it Taylor? Yeah, Taylor Weldon, who hit for Whitley. Is he out there? Taylor Weldon puts it away. did not make the defense's changes. Whitley was pinch hit for by Taylor Weldon, and he took his place in right field. Still breaking up a little, and really it's not that windy at the moment, at least the wind coming towards us. It's not shaking our aerial, so I don't know what's causing the interference. It has to be the breeze, but you can't see the aerial move at all. Pitch is a strike called to Jared Marshall. Jared, the third baseman for the Warriors, lined out to Sawyer Reed on a fine play, his first time up. Pitch, strike called. And also hit back to the pitcher, Crew Clark, who is throwing a masterpiece. Not a whale. I didn't say he's throwing a whale. It's a masterpiece. Because a masterpiece is quality. It's a fine piece of art. So the analogy is understood. The pitch misses. Ball one. Jacob Rapay would be on deck. Jacob, the starting pitcher today. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Clark working quickly, and he throws, and this one is hammered, and it's going to be a base hit. Will drop out there and fielded by Taylor Weldon, who will throw it back in. And keeping the inning alive is Jared Marshall with his first hit of the day. He's 1 for 3. Base hit to right, and Jacob Rapay, who has a single his last time up, single to center, and also hit back to the pitcher, Clark.
I tell you what, Ray, I'm going to make your day a little bit better because I just checked the score again, and it's now 8-0 Red Sox. Napoli hit a 3-run home run, so you can breathe a little easier.
I'm not going to say they have it wrapped up, though.
Well, a little bit better, though.
They have a better chance of not blowing it like they frequently do. You see, if I say that,
yeah,
that's all right. 1 ball and no strikes to Jacob. Dylan Williams is next for the Warriors. Down 7-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Pitch fouled away. Has been a tough season for Lebanon. They stand at 5-8 right now in the season. And I really thought starting the year, unaware of who comprised the team for the season, that they probably would play very well. They had a good season last year. They had several players coming back. Throw to first, and a runner just dives back in. Jared Marshall. But 3 or 4, I think it was 4 players, it was said that did not come out for baseball this year. And that certainly hurt them. The numbers are down, and they have had a tough season. 5-8. Pitch, breaking ball, nice. Breaks in to the left-handed hitter, and a strike. So a ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs and a runner at first for Jacob Rapay. Crew Clark throws, hit a one-hop to the first baseman, Joe Miller, who will tag first for the out. And Joe, a little smile as he heads off the field and shakes hands with Don Lean. That ball was smoked to first base, and I swear that there was good fortune. He was kind of looking away towards second as he reached for that ball, and that ball was to his left side, and it was right there where the glove was.
It's perfectly placed.
I guess he had it marked, but it seemed also that it was good fortunate, because as I say, his head went to the right towards second base.
Yeah.
And the ball was on the first base side of him, but right into the glove, and he just steps on first for the out. Side retired. Nothing doing for Lebanon. Bottom of the 6th. They get a base hit, leave 1. We'll go to the 7th. 7-0 West on KGAL.
Wilson Motors in Corvallis is showcasing the arrival of the new 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the 2014 Jeep Patriot, and the 2013 Motor Trend Truck of the Year, the Ram 1500. Wilson Motors is where you'll find this area's best selection, best prices, and happy customers. Come see the notable difference during the showcase event going on now at Wilson Motors. Make your best deal today at Wilson Motors Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis, and online at saveatwilson.com.
Figaro's Pizza in Albany is celebrating spring with a large Mexican Fiesta Supreme. Now just $14.99, $15.99 baked. Smothered with beef, olives, onions, taco chips, and diced tomatoes. Laid over their picante bean sauce. Served with sour cream and jalapenos on the side. The Mexican Fiesta Supreme on sale now at the Albany Figaro's in front of Fred Meyer. Call 541-924-9303.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
West will go to the bench here with some pinch hitters as Colton Hines will lead off. Pinch hitting for Joe Miller, who is batting ninth in the order for West today. He'll finish the day with a run batted in the second inning. And a base hit to right field also flew out, reached on an error. But he is pinch hit for by Colton Hines, right-handed hitter, to start the top of the seventh inning. And Riley Wessel will throw this one way outside and back to the fence. Riley really was all over the place control-wise until he struck out the last couple of batters of the inning. Had good control and good placement. Pitch, whack foul. West is getting some good cuts here, though.
Very good. And when they're making contact, it's
swung on and missed.
They're hitting the ball hard when they get to it.
So the strikeout is recorded against Colton Hines, and that's 3 straight strikeouts for Riley, despite having despite having some control problems. Not bad.
I think he'd take that every day.
Sawyer Reed will hit for himself here. You can't take him out of the game. Defensive stalwart.
Right.
Pitch is high.
He's another one of those multi-sport athletes at West Albany. Point guard for the basketball team.
The basketball team that played very well. Defeated in a game, and I don't remember. The final play of the game was one that was upsetting, where maybe there should have been a foul. Nate Sherwood hit the ground.
Yes, they didn't.
It was a 3-point shot that went in and won the game for, was it Jefferson?
Wilsonville.
Wilsonville,
yeah.
Wilsonville.
It was it was a shove off.
3-1 pitch and walk issued to Sawyer Reed with 1 out, top of the 7th.
And we all had a sort of an opinion about that, and how we said, you know, you can't let it in that situation. You have to let that call go. And you're like, no, you call that any time.
Absolutely. I really don't understand that type of thinking when it pertains to any sport. Well, in that situation, with the end of the game in the final seconds, you can't call that. Well, yes, you can, because it is either a foul or it's not a foul. You can't say, well, he knocked him down, but you can't call that because the game is ending. You want the shot to at least, count.
Yeah.
No. And I thought, it's hard to say. You'd have to ask Nate Sherwood whether he took a dive. I thought that there was contact because we weren't far from it where we were sitting.
Yeah.
And I thought he knocked Nate Sherwood down. The 3-point shot went in, and Wilsonville stole that game away from West. Sawyer Reed was the point guard. That's why we're talking about it. He stands on first with a walk. And Jacob Bewley, who is pinch hit in the game, with a 1-1 pitch, fouls it back, and he's got a good cut. He doubled in the last inning, leading off the 6th inning. Would come around to score as he pinch hit for Jacob Caston. Takes a good cut at this one and swings and misses. Strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Riley Wessel.
I'm wondering if whatever Riley's doing, it's a little deceptive, because he's been getting that inside pitch, and they're swinging and missing at it.
And it's not the speed. He's not blowing him away.
Maybe they think it's going to be there a little faster. I'm not sure.
Pitch is high for a ball. That's one of the things in which Lebanon is strapped, for the fact that they really have a limited roster. You have to be very fortunate then that a lot of the people can pitch, and that's not going to happen too often.
Yeah.
Pitch is high and over the head of the batter, ball 2, Andrew Kettleson. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on. Or, I didn't see the runner advance the second.
Well, he just advanced right there.
Oh, did that get away from the catcher?
Yeah, Rapay couldn't tell where it was.
Pitch is fouled away. Count 2-1. So on a wild pitch, we'll put the runner to second. Sawyer Reed standing at second. 7-0 West, and it looks like they're going to steal both of the first 2 games of this 3-game series. Final one at West on Friday, and we will be there for that one. Pitch is hit high in the air to center, backing up Kyle Christensen, but now turns and makes the put out, and the side is retired. And a good inning for Riley Wessel. Strikes out a couple, gives him 4 since he came on, and retires the side without a run scoring in the 7th. But West really has things in their favor as they'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Could be the final half inning here today. 7-0. West with the lead. High school baseball continues at 1580 KGAL.
H&R Block Tax Professionals are ready to take another look at your TurboTax return to see what you may have missed. Let us tell you for free if you left any money on the table. Start by visiting hrblock.com/anotherlook or call 1-800-HR-BLOCK to make an appointment. Fees apply for amended returns. Only some software users make errors, and not every error results in a larger refund at participating locations.
Hi, this is Joyce at your local H&R Block office in Albany, Corvallis, and Lebanon. We live and breathe taxes. Let us find you every deduction and credit you deserve.
This is Rich Abers, Service Manager at Power Buick GMC, and I'm here to tell you that not only is Power Buick GMC the #1 local dealership to purchase a new or used vehicle, we are your General Motors service headquarters. Our GM-trained and ASE-certified technicians service Buick, Cadillac, Chevrolet, GMC, Hummer, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, and Saturn vehicles. In or out of warranty. Extended warranties, no problem. Cars not GM built, no problem.
Call Power today at 541-757-1415 on the corner of 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis.
1580 KGAL.
Taylor Frost will come on to finish things up for West today, and hopes to finish up for West as they lead 7-0. Great game for Crew. Clark goes 6 innings, does not allow a run. Gave up just 4 hits and has the shutout going into the 7th inning. Taylor Frost will try to finish it up. He throws strike 1, a swing and a miss by Dylan Williams, the shortstop. For Lebanon leading off. He swings and grounds this one towards Sawyer Reed, who charges, scoops one-handed, throws to first and got him. That's pretty. A one-handed play, and he had to come in towards the infield grass, scooped it, took the right angle. That's also a part of the talent.
Yeah.
Just a little semicircle to charge that ball, have the right angle to throw to first. Nicely done by Sawyer Reed. Impressive.
It's almost automatic every time it's hit to shortstop. It's going to be he's going to make it look like a routine play.
So 1 out in the 7th, and Lebanon's hopes certainly sinking here, down by 7. Samaritan Health Services is your source for exceptional orthopedic care. If you need some change from the pain, they can do it for you. Have arthritic joints, carpal tunnel, bad shoulders, blown out knee. What is the problem? Rest assured, Samaritan's talented orthopedic and sports medicine experts are there to get you back to active work. 1-800-299-2929 is their number. 1-800-299-2929. Orthopedic care can really hinder you. Pitch, swing and a miss. That plantar fasciitis thing that turned my left heel into a fascist for about 7-8 months.
You and Albert Pujols both have that.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
0-2 to Skylar Garber, and he chops this one to a charging Sawyer Reed. A little easier play for Sawyer, and he makes that snap throw to first, and 2 go on. And Isaac Garber could be the final batter of the day here for Lebanon, down 7-0.
First baseman number 28.
Yeah, the Strawberry Parade's coming up soon again in Lebanon, early next month.
Uh-huh.
And that was one Strawberry Parade where I had the plantar fasciitis. It turns your whole left part of, in my case, the left part of your body into a fascist.
Yeah, that's not good.
I couldn't wave with my left hand. The only thing I could do was that power salute. It was embarrassing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The fist and the left hand going up like that. But I solved the problem with some orthopedic care. And
that's good.
Back running again. Pitch hit in the back. So Isaac Garber, struck by a pitch, smack in the back, will take first base with 2 outs in the 7th inning. We'll go to the top of the order. Kyle Christensen tries to keep things alive, and Lebanon trying to get a run. Boy, it's been a tough day for the broadcast. And again, I don't see the aerial moving. It is windy. Everything up here, if you let it go, it's not terrible wind, but it's enough to cause us problems. Usually that doesn't happen. It takes a pretty stiff wind. Swung on and missed. That's a beautiful curve from Taylor Frost.
That was a hefty cut from Kyle Christensen, too.
Frost iced him on that one. Huh?
There you go. Okay.
That's the stuff the audience tunes in for. The stuff that brings you the big money. If there is enough wind to create that interference, throw is high and then a throw down to first. Runner is back safely. Isaac Garber. So ball and a strike to Kyle Christensen, who is grounded out to Sawyer Reed. Perfect day at shortstop. Has struck out and flown out to center. Taylor Frost takes his sweet time and throws the curve, and that's another pretty curve, and a hard, fast curve, too. Just missed high. Boy, that looked like it was coming in right at the batter, Kyle Christensen, and broke it the last split second. He has a sign from Alex Pines, who has been the catcher all afternoon for West, and he throws the fastball strike. He has some speed, boy.
He does. And he was painting the outside corner with that pitch anyway.
2-2. Chance DeWitt would be on deck if Christensen can keep this game going. Runner at first, down 7-0. Pitch. Misses, ball 3. Lose the first thing of the day there on the wind. I didn't bat it down.
Uh-oh.
That's all right. Shouldn't need it. Leave it on the floor. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count to Chance. Right-handed hitter. And time? A balk. It was a balk. The way he stepped off the mound, I thought he looked towards third base. I thought maybe he called time. Oh, he did. Okay, he did. All right. And the runner will come back. The way he did that, it would be a balk if he intended to pitch, but it looked like he stopped and called time because he didn't follow through at all. He looked towards third base. Apparently it was a timeout. Runner will return to first. Count still 3-2. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Game over. Beautiful pitch. Breaking ball. And a good speed on that breaking ball, too, by Taylor Frost. Strikes out Kyle Christensen. Game over. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on in the 7th. And West has won the first 2 games of the series. Yesterday, 7-0. They decided to repeat it today, 7-0. Final game of the series will be Friday at West. Scott and I will go over there to see if Lebanon can grab a game or West can keep things going. Still trying to move up in the first division as they are solidly in 4th place. There's no problem there, but they'd like to move up if they can. And this will be their final game. They move to 12 and 12-5 now in the season.
Yes.
12-5. Just 1 more game left for them. That's because they play Woodburn next week. Woodburn is an independent team, and still teams from the league play Woodburn, but generally just 1 game, and it does not count in the league standings. So West will finish their league season on Friday against Lebanon. Lebanon will still have a series next week. 7-0. Bulldogs win it this afternoon. We'll be back and wrap things up here from Lebanon High School in just a moment on KGAL.
H&R Block Tax Professionals are ready to take another look at your TurboTax return to see what you may have missed. Let us tell you for free if you left any money on the table. Start by visiting hrblock.com/anotherlook or call 1-800-HR-BLOCK to make an appointment. Fees apply for amended returns. Only some software users make errors, and not every error results in a larger refund at participating locations.
Hi, this is Joyce at your local H&R Block office in Albany, Corvallis, and Lebanon. We live and breathe taxes. Let us find you every deduction and credit you deserve.
This is Rich Abrams, Service Manager at Power Buick GMC, and I'm here to tell you that not only is Power Buick GMC the #1 local dealership to purchase a new or used vehicle, we are your General Motors service headquarters. Our GM-trained and ASE-certified technicians service Buick, Cadillac, Chevrolet, GMC, Hummer, Pontiac, Oldsmobile, and Saturn vehicles. In or out of warranty. Extended warranties, no problem. Cars not GM built, no problem.
Call Power today at 541-757-1415 on the corner of 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis.
1580 KGAL.
Well, it was not an intriguing ball game this afternoon. West pulls out a 7-0 win over Lebanon. They won yesterday 7-0. And West has certainly dominated this series. And they have now moved 4 games up in the loss column to Lebanon. I thought when the season started that Lebanon and West might be 2 of the teams that would vie for the title. Of course, that's the way it's been for several years. In high school, all we see is a turnover. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
But it has turned out to be Dallas, Crescent Valley, and Corvallis are the teams. It's a Rob Allen who's up here. A hearty Rob Allen. He's standing behind us. But it's turned out to be those 3 teams that are vying for the title. But West is hanging in there because those teams now are beating each other. Crescent Valley winning again today, and that would be a 5th loss for Dallas.
Yeah, they would be 9-5. So, but Dallas did take the season series from West.
Yes, 2-1.
And Dallas gets South Albany next week. So it's not looking good for West to sneak in there.
And that's assuming Crescent Valley was up 4-0 late in that game. That's not a done deal yet.
It's 4-1 in the top of the 7th. Crescent Valley's up. So
wow.
4-1, still hanging on.
And Crescent Valley, I think, doing an amazing job then of keeping pace with Corvallis. We will assume that they are beating South. It is not to denigrate them, but they have had such a tough season, it's unlikely that they would beat Corvallis today.
Well, and Corvallis won 17-0 yesterday, so you'd have to assume that Corvallis is going to take care of business, or already did.
That would be 11-3 then for those two teams, Corvallis and Crescent Valley, should they both win today, tied for first, and they would both be 2 games up on Dallas, and that is startling, seeing the way that Dallas was playing earlier this year, the way they were ranked 2nd in the state, and the fact that they looked very impressive when we saw them in the games that we covered. But West then would have the same number of losses as Dallas, and they would be rooting for Crescent Valley in particular on Friday to beat Dallas.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to move up on Crescent Valley. That's unlikely, although it could happen next week. Should Crescent Valley be swept?
Yeah.
They could still drop 6 games.
Could still happen.
Or if they lose on Friday, they would have their 4th loss, and West would certainly have a good chance of moving ahead of them next week with Crescent Valley playing Corvallis. So West has done a good job of hanging in there and maybe improving their fortunes for a playoff position. The higher you finish in the league, the better chance you have of winning a first-round game against a team with a lesser record. West, with the 5 losses on the year, they have played 1 series more than Lebanon because they have not yet played Woodburn. Woodburn is an independent. I get tired of explaining this. Probably people are booing at home that were listening earlier. Woodburn is independent. The teams in the Mid-Willamette Conference still play a game against them, but it's a non-county game, and that's the only game that they play that week. So Lebanon will be playing a series that counts in the conference next week, and West will be done as of Friday, and we'll carry that game between the 2 teams, West and Lebanon, come Friday afternoon. Any comments? I feel sad for Jeff Stolzig because I thought that they really were going to return a very solid team this year, and there's nothing he can do about it. I asked him before the game. He mentioned there are 3 injuries. 3 more people went out with injuries: Lopez, Garber, and Ryan.
Yeah.
And I said, and some people did not come out this year. And he quickly said to me, yes, but that's all right, because he knows, I think that, he didn't say that, but I believe they're doing, playing something else. As far as he's concerned, as long as they're active, that's good.
That's all he cares about. And, I don't know who the players that didn't come out for baseball are, but it sounds like they were some big players in the lineup, and maybe pitching wise or whatever, and that would explain while they're struggling this year. They're let's see here, 6-14 overall, 5-9 in the league now. But all it takes is a couple of good hitters not in your lineup, plus the injuries that they've had. So they've had to play some other people who may not have had much varsity experience. That'll it doesn't take much for you to start losing games like that.
Well, 6-0, 7-0. 7-0 West wins it today as they took the lead in the 3rd inning. They scored a run, and they actually scored a couple in the 2nd. They scored 2 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and then a big inning in the 5th. 3 really put it out of reach as they led 6-0. 1 more in the 6th, and they total 7 on the day, 7-0. Fine game for their starting pitcher, Crew Clark. Goes 6 innings, gives up just 4 hits, shuts out Lebanon. And Taylor Frost looked very effective in relief and finished up the job in the 7th inning to keep the shutout in order. 7-0 West wins it. 7 runs on 11 hits, no errors for West. And I would point out again, boy, a stellar game for Sawyer Reed. He did look sharp at shortstop. Maybe some of those are plays a shortstop should make, but just watching the way that he did it.
9 putouts.
The fluidity, the way he moved.
It was automatic pretty much. As soon as it was hit to short, you knew he was going to make a play and throw him out.
Great defensive game for him. 7 runs on 11 hits, no errors. They leave 9 men on base. For Lebanon, no runs, just 4 hits. They make 4 errors in the ball game, and they leave 5 on. Final game to come Friday. Thank you, Carissa Adams, back at the station for manning the board there. I apologize. Sometimes the things that we hear are things that you cannot hear at home, but I trust that probably you can hear that little snapping and crackling today.
Yeah.
It's an extremely windy day here. I thought we were fortunate that right now the wind is blowing straight in on us and it's cold. I thought we were fortunate that frequently, although the flag was moving in all day, it would be moving a little bit away from us, either to our left or right. And I didn't see the aerial moving out there, which troubles me. Even now, it's steady. But I think that was what was causing the interference. Thank you if you stayed through that today. And thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Ray.
Scott Landron, better known as Statman Carruthers.
Yes.
And Rob Allen is over there, too. Nice to see you there.
Nice to see you.
All right. And we'll see you on Friday, 4:30 on Friday. We'll have the West Lebanon game, and then next week, we really look forward to those two games because they could be very key, and it looks now like they will determine the league championship, as Corvallis, Crescent Valley will match up 3 times. We'll have the Tuesday and the Friday games for you next week. Final score again from Lebanon today. West wins it. They win their second of the series. Identical scores. West 7, Lebanon nothing. We'll see you on Friday.
Thanks for listening to today's broadcast of Mid-Valley High School Baseball on 1580 KGAL. High School Baseball was brought to you by Lynn Benton Tractor, Power Honda, Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant, Albany Grocery Outlet, Stavros Auto Centers, Mark Thomas Motors, Burgerville, Now Builders, Northwest Apparel and Embroidery, Wilson Motors, Figaro's Pizza of Albany, Like New Appliance, and by Economy Supply Building Center. Listen soon for another exciting high school game. This broadcast is exclusive property of Eads Broadcasting, 1580 KGAL, and Radio Scott Productions. U.S. copyright law protects this broadcast. Duplication or rebroadcast of any portion of this program is strictly prohibited without prior written consent. We now join our regular programming.
Home improvement will never be the same once you've heard the Money Pit. Saturday mornings on Smart Talk 1580.